lies. It was just
bullshit. What's the difference?
It wasn't lies. It was
just bullshit. The proper way to say it. No lies, just bullshit. The proper way to say it. No lies, just bullshit. The proper way to say it. No lies, just bullshit. The proper way to say it. No lies, just bullshit.
Who said liar? I said bullshit artist. And what's the difference? Because I don't lie.
Hello and welcome to No Lies, Just Bullshit. I'm your host, Nick Swartz. Thank you for tuning in. If you hear a little bit of road noise, it's because I'm recording in my truck. I'm heading to Alley Cat Tattoo to the No Lies, Just Bullshit studio. You know, in our new location, we have a little extra room. We have an actual studio space, and I'm heading in there to record some episodes of Shop Talk with Andrew and Porter, and of course Avery. If you don't know Avery, he's done some conventions with us. He'll probably be in Norfolk a little bit, and he does all of our stuff that we shoot for YouTube. So good dude, a lot younger than us, and a lot more savvy when it comes to all the internet business, and of course, you know, how to record all this stuff and make it look great. And if you haven't checked out the Shop Talk, this is the new improved Shop Talk. The old Shop Talk, we would talk about tattoos, and we would hope that you guys would pull up that tattoo while we spoke about it. The new one is the way it should have always been, and it's actually where you can go to our YouTube page and pull it up, and then you can see the tattoo on the screen, and you can see and hear us talking about it, and it's super dope, and we're proud of it. And so if you're not up on it yet, please go over to No Lies Just BS at YouTube and hit subscribe for us. It'd be greatly appreciated. And in addition to that, y'all know how I get down, man. There's some stories, some shit talking, some shorts, some cooking, all kind of shit on there. On the No Lies Just BS page that we would love for you to check out and, give us feedback. And I mentioned this in my story last week. To all the haters, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? This shit don't faze me. This is how we get down. We out here, we're telling stories, we're talking trash, we're having fun. That's what we do. It's what we're here for. Any of that negativity, you can shove it up your ass. We don't care. What else is popping? Of course, AllianceTattooSupply.com. Don't ever want to forget AllianceTattooSupply.com. Those are my guys. They're really good to us. They take care of all their customers. They take care of us. You know, they're out of Richmond. They just upgraded their facility, and they're out there traveling, doing some top secret networking to try to bring you guys better products at better prices. And super stoked for those guys, and super stoked for all of us to be able to enjoy it at the perks of a great supply company. A couple weeks back, or actually probably a month, I needed some extras for the shop because we have a lot of guests that travel. Sometimes they're flying from the other coast or over the seas or whatever, and I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed. So I just called up Alliance. I said, hey, I need a good power supply, I need a good clip cord, I need some colors, I need disposables, give me some Lineage needles. This is what and they put together a package for me, and they're just good folks, and owned by tattooers, and just all around, we appreciate their support. And their support for No Lies Just Bullshit and Alley Cat Tattoo. So be sure and check out AllianceTattooSupply.com. What else? Norfolk is coming up quick. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. The 6th is a Thursday. Won't be open to the public. It's just the hope that artists will gather and hang, and I will be gathering and hanging. So it's going to be a great show. Alley Cat Tattoo's got a booth. Jake Hockman will be there. Chris Porter will be there. Sarah Pennington will be there running the booth. We appreciate her coming up. She's our piercer and sort of my right hand at Alley Cat. She's tremendous. If you don't know Sarah, get familiar and introduce yourself. And a bunch of the homies are going to be there. I'm pretty sure I think my man Randy Hall's going to be there. I know Will Lawley's going to be there. I should never ever list people because I always fuck it up. But Josh Brown is working it, I believe, and Absolute Art has a booth, and just a bunch of homies, man. It's a good one. It's a real good one, and you should go over to the Norfolk Tattoo Expo page on Instagram, and you can see a better list, obviously, and check out Mike Perfetto, Mike Schweiger, I think Mike Wilson. I'm not sure about that one. A bunch of some slaughterhouse is going to be there. It's going to be great. And so be sure and come down if you're in the area and check that out. In Norfolk, the first weekend, or the full weekend, it's 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, really 7th, 8th, 9th. Speaking of conventions, Shenandoah Rose. Okay, now 2 weeks ago I let it out the bag. Mario Odessa's gonna be there. Okay, it's out the bag, yo. And so I figured what I would do is announce some people, every week in the or at least one person every week in the intro. And so I don't know who's it gonna be. You know what? A lot of them are friends, and so you might be able to assume that they would be there, but this one gentleman is a friend, but he's not a regular player on No Lies Just Bullshit or anything like that. He's not even an East Coast guy. The one and only, the icon, the legend, Jeff Rasher is going to be at the Shenandoah Road, celebrating 25 years of Alley Cat Tattoo. Super excited about that. Cheers from the crowd. Oohs, ahs. Oh my God, it's a huge announcement. Jeff Rasher. Very excited. And that's going to be the same time Pagoda would be. So next year, 2026, it will be the weekend of August 7th. And it's going to be 7th, 8th, and 9th, and we're super excited as we get closer. Tell you more people on the roster, tell you more of what's going on, and all that jazz. All right. I don't remember what episode this is. I'm terrible about that. But anyway, I went down to Richmond on the 11th. It was my sister's birthday. Shouts to Laramie. But it was also the anniversary of the passing of our good friend Brian Bruno, who we love and we miss. And so we get together, myself, the Absolute Art crew, and then a bunch of people who wear tattoos from Brian, who knew Brian. His mother was there, his sister was there, his wife and kids were there. All just a great scene. They were doing tattoos of his flash, and they were doing, in memory tattoos for him. And, it's kind of a roller coaster in that situation because you're super excited to see everyone, but it's for a sad occasion. And so it was ups and downs, telling stories and having laughs and having moments to reflect and talk about the brother that we miss. And, it's Brian Bruno forever. It's Absolute Art forever. I'm proud to be a part of the Absolute Art crew. That's been my crew for a very, very long time. That's family. It's family, straight up family. And anytime they do something, I want to be there, participate, and I always wave their flag, and I always will. Like I said, it's Brian Bruno forever. It's Absolute Art forever. Anyway, so I was down there, and I had a podcast lined up. And I'm going to tell you straight up, Richmond, I've talked some shit about you in the past, but I love you all, and more, you all are good to me, and I appreciate the scene more and more. And so once again, Richmond did not let me down. I had something scheduled. That scheduled thing fell through. I called out my good friend, Johnny Setzer. I go, John, what are you doing? And you know what John does? He always picks up the phone, and if I'm in town, he always comes and has a drink. And I'm like, I want you to come have a drink, but let's shoot the shit. Let's talk tattoos. And, John works at Civilization in Richmond, and they're killing it, across the board crushers. And John is my guy. He's a good friend. He's been on before, and we had a real easy rapport just straight out the gate. Like from the first time we met, there's an infamous episode of No Lies Just Bullshit where the Civilization crew was not very civilized. We never dropped it. It was a rowdy time, and it was fun. And the whole time, me and John Setzer just kind of laughing, kind of almost like watching it on TV. And I say infamous, nothing bad happened. It's just everybody having a lot of fun and getting a little rowdy. But anyway, so John... he came over to the hotel. I cracked open a bottle of whiskey, and we kicked it, man. We had a great time, and we always do. And John's easy to talk to, and he's super positive, and he's crushing the tattoo game. And we talked about that. We talked about his evolution. We talked about, tattooing and how he keeps the bar high and that sort of thing. So I think you're going to enjoy this one. I know I had a great time with John, and I always do. This is No Lies Just Bullshit. John Setzer. Enjoy.
Oh man, oh Mr. Sandman, I wanna end it, or nothing at all. I sleep on empty, can't beat me. I wanna end it, or nothing at all.
We have not been to the new shop yet.
All right, well.
So, no offense to Adam, but he hit me up and was like, hey, why don't you come down and do the thing, cook? And then I guess the logistics kind of snuck up on you guys.
It got away from us real quick. Adam's thing right now, plus the move but realistically, the move took us way longer than it should have. So he was paying.
Everything like that does, though.
Dude, you're paying because they bought the building, so the mortgage in the building and a rent at our old spot for fucking God knows, like over a year and a half.
Outrageous, yeah.
So by the time we got in, and he started hanging shit up, and we set up on some dates. We're like, all right, around this time, it's a little bit before the Norfolk convention, so that should be enough time for people to be in town, yada yada yada. And then we started reaching out to people. Like we did, I think everyone reached out to 2 people each. The 2 people I reached out to were immediately yeah, I'm in. And I was like, and I had to tell them 3 days later, hey.
Yeah.
And they're like, well,
I told Adam. Yeah, I'm in. Whatever.
So right now we're planning. We're hoping because technically our anniversary, the actual shop anniversary, is in July. Cool. So we're thinking about doing it around then to next summer. So it'll be anniversary plus technically that'd be a year in the building plus 9 years of the shop in total, and then grand opening kind of thing. Plus, Adam's still got so many nooks and crannies he's still doing. He's still building frames. He's like, it's not. When I told him, he's like, it's not the way I want it yet. I'm like, all right, dude, that's fine.
Bro, it takes a while.
It does.
It takes a while, man. With Alley Cat moving, so the thing about Alley Cat, not to put Porter on blast, but he was trying to tell me what he wanted to do, and I was just like, I know what I want to do. I got it. It's all in my mind. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, that's it. You're doing it. And I'm like, yeah. Believe me, you're gonna love it. But this is kind of what I got a vision, and I know what I'm gonna do. And so, we had 30 days to strip the floors, do a build out, redo the parking lot, paint the building, and get everything up. 30 days exactly.
Fucking hell.
And so, when Andrew painted the floors, he was just like, how much time can I have? And I go, 5 days. And he's like, what? It's 4,300 square feet. And I go, 5 days. So you're going to have 6 days? And I'm like, no, I can give you 5 days. And I felt bad, but but he also did it, he's a smart guy, and he did it in a way that would allow some of it to be super tight and some of it to be loose and breathable, and it worked out great. But when it was time to start hanging flash, I hung that big photo right when you walk in the door. There's a great picture of us in front of it. And then I just knew where the picture machine was going. I knew where that stuff from Tattoo Charlie was going. I knew where certain paintings were going. I knew that stuff from that friends of ours had painted with our name on it. It was all going to go in the seating area in the front. I just knew certain shit, and I just started going after it. And here it is, a year and 3 months later, and I'm still not.
I mean, because you got to think, you had 20 years at the old spot, so it's 23. So that, you're trying to not jam, but the new spot's fucking massive. So but you're trying to figure out where the 23 years of that goes, and then and then some.
That you gave us that dragon painting, and it's tacked to the wall. But I was I kept going to that one bathroom, and I was like, I want to put this where everyone's gonna see it.
Yeah.
And so it's right outside that door.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a little Dave Inksmith painting.
Sick.
And a chick with an amazing ass and it's tattooed Japanese bodysuit.
Yep.
Right next to it. And you're painting.
Yeah.
They're do.
That's awesome.
And I was like, it's gonna be. I want to put it at eye level where everyone's gonna see it, and that's the most used place in the room in the building. But that also makes me think about. Did you see the thing we talked about, Joe?
Dude, that was so. The fact, because I know we're all friends, but the fact that you put me into the Virginia tattoo thing, and what was to me was you and Connor were both we both picked this guy this week, and it was me. I was fucking so. I was so grateful and so fucking stoked, and
it was fun, man.
It was really really cool to fucking be brought up in there, and I love that Porter told that thing about Florida, because Florida was fucking wild to begin with. We'll get to that, but.
Yeah, that was a great story. But yeah, man, to the full disclosure, we all picked George Archer.
I mean, obvious. That was...
He's the Godfather.
Yeah.
And then me and Andy both picked you, but I thought Porter might pick you too because he liked you so much. And then I was like, nope, I'm not going to fight over this. And then Andy said your name, and I was like, if I'm going to fight somebody, it's usually I will fight Porter. You know what I mean? Because we argue good. Andy will he's just too nice. And so then I ended up with Tony Riccio, who 1,000% deserves to be on the list. And
what
by the way,
fucking
Adam deserves to be on the list. Everybody deserves to be on the list. But we're just trying to pick a couple guys that have really dynamic looking tattoos and that we could speak to that we knew. You know what I'm saying?
Which meant the world to me. The fact that I'm in the list of Virginia tattooers that out of everybody, I mean, whatever.
You've been
It's
putting
fucking
down here for a
cool.
while now, man.
It's 7 years.
Yeah.
Close to,
But your shit's fire. And we all love your tattoos. And they don't look like other people's tattoos. And that's a huge thing for me. Like, one of the things that I think is very important for a tattoo, what do I know? But you know, is that their tattoos look like they did them.
Yeah.
Like you drew that tattoo.
Yeah.
Like you did that tattoo. So your tattoos have that. And I feel bad when I'm like complimenting someone because, like I said, there's so many people that deserve it and that are great. But in this particular case, I'm talking about you. And
I mean,
killer stuff, man.
It meant the world to me. It always does. Like, again, I know we're friends, so it's like, you know, when we have the conversation with other people, but like to put that into that situation, it meant a lot to me. It truly did. Because I obviously have, on top of the fact of being friends, the utmost respect for Alley Cat itself as far as Virginia tattooing. You know, like that is a fucking.
And see, and I told them, I said this off there. The first thing I did was pick them.
Yeah, Virginia
and they
tattooing.
both got pissy about it.
Which I understand. They're like, all right, this is, you know.
No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. Pull on my tattoo. You're not doing that. Just like, so, first of all, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. That's number one. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Start there.
My show? Your show?
Exactly. I rarely pull that, but I will. I'm perfectly willing to pull that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they didn't like that shit. So anyway. But yeah, it was fun, man. The kid who's producing that show, I haven't talked about it on here a whole lot, but the kid, Avery, who's producing the show, looks for ways to sort of catch new eyes. And he was like, when you just say we're talking about good tattoos, it's not, it doesn't grab you. But if you say best tattoos in Virginia, if you say best skull tattoo, like if you categorize things in a way where he can give it a title, even with the little stories that I tell and stuff on there,
which are great. Those are just awesome. Like clip farming or whatever. It's fucking great.
Even with those, like he's waiting for me to say something that's somewhat fantastic so that he can make a headline out of it. And I'm not into that.
Dude's killing it. I gotta say,
visually it looks good, man. He's
got that down.
Yes. And he, you know,
the idea itself of Virginia hand skull, like it's smart.
It's smart, and you know, he came up with it, and it gets more traction than if we just put out an episode. He knows how to play that game. He's been putting on YouTube videos up since he was a little kid, 8 years old.
How old is he?
22.
Yeah, that's that generation. They got that shit. Like they were.
So for a while, he wanted to be like, rate this dragon tattoo against this dragon tattoo, and who does the best dragon? And I was like, I'm not doing that. It's not what we do.
That's all tough.
And he was like, what's wrong with that? And I was like, well, I can't say that a Garver dragon is better or worse than a fucking Philip Blue dragon.
You can't.
I can't. It's all objective. He was like, yeah, but I was like, I would never pit two tattooers against each other. And he wasn't trying to start shit.
No, which I get.
He was trying to play the YouTube game. Yeah. And when I explained it to him, he was like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
It's just a different. This is a different world. You gotta leave this. Like, I get the game.
And there's people that are doing that. This just ain't us. No. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear people complain, you can find a tattoo podcast.
I've heard that. They keep on fucking popping up. I don't know why.
Yeah,
they need to fucking grow up.
Every now and then,
grow up and get out. You know what I mean?
For real. Oh, when people talk about getting out, I'm like, peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
The door's open.
Yeah, you should go. There's no room for you here.
I never really cared about gatekeeping more or less, but I'm like, yo, who let the door fucking open? Like,
man, the fact is, gatekeeping is not real.
It's not.
Somebody might put a block on you in your town or whatever, but let's not even talk about tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about music. If you make the best motherfucking song I've ever heard, there's nobody that can stop you.
No, agreed.
Nobody can stop you. If you make the best fucking hip-hop song, rock and roll song, blues song, if you make the best one, you cannot be stopped. Same thing with tattooing. If you want it and you pursue it,
I'm not opposed to that. Like when I'm seeing like so many fucking amazing tattooers that are coming out right out the gate, and I'm like, fuck yeah! Like you skipped all the bullshit. Yeah. Like that shit's honestly that shit's sick. Like I'm not hating on that. It's just all the the shops that have like, oh, these are our 5 apprentices. This is my fucking. That's more or less what I mean. I don't like if you found your way in and you're fucking killing it right out the gate because you have I mean, granted the information, it's information overload. You can have anything you fucking want, all the books,
It's all
everything.
available.
It's all there. So like, you're doing good tattoos, you're skipping doing shitty tattoos, and then fucking leaving. You know, like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Peace.
Like, yeah, that shit's killer. Like, I got no problem for somebody that found their way, like, even got lucky getting in, but they love it. Like, yeah, I'm here. I'm not gonna. If you're in it, I'm not gonna hold.
Well, I mean, what good does it do you to complain or compare yourself to them?
Well, that's bullshit.
Well, you know, when people are like, "Well, that shit wasn't available when I was a kid." Well, you know what?
cares?
Neither
It is
were fucking
now.
cell phones, and neither were fucking solar panels or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck the next thing may be. You know what I mean? Even when the sun goes down, there's still solar panels. You know what I'm saying?
It's available.
That's so hilarious, dog.
That's my favorite video on the internet
That's
right
so
now.
good.
God, especially because of the fact that it's real.
Yeah. Shouts to the Virginia governor, right?
But like, that's the thing is like, you know, yeah, complaining about that part is bullshit. Because like, if you're like, oh, they didn't have the information now, it's like, well, you got the information now, and you're not.
Yeah.
Where?
Walk around a beast.
Yeah, you're not killing
Maybe
me.
you stop. Yeah, maybe you stop. Maybe you just fucking gave in a while back.
Like I don't give a shit about anybody. Like, you know, I did get a little mad about like, you know, older or like other people like just bitching about shit.
Yeah.
I think it was like me and Gary had this conversation. We were talking one day. We were like, you know, because I've recently switched over to the fucking pen.
Right.
After Adam and JB finally, and I was like, fuck it, let me give it a shot. And I was like, God damn it, this thing's awesome. And then we and Gary talked because we were like, oh, what gray wash are you using? It's like, oh, I got this Tomo set. And then he's like, I do the same thing. He's like, I've seen people bitch. He's like, oh, you use premix. He's like, look at that tattoo. Can you tell me what I used in that? Can you tell?
I mean, that's what it boils down to, right?
Can you look at that tattoo and tell me what I used in that tattoo, and then you can talk shit to me.
Yeah. Gary don't give a fuck.
Dude, that's my fucking guy.
If you want to fucking,
I love that dude.
if you want somebody to tell you, hey, doesn't fucking matter to me what the status quo is, Gary will be right there to tell you, fuck it. He doesn't give a fuck.
No, he's one of my favorite human beings on the fucking face of the planet.
He's great, man.
He's so fucking funny. I was just up there, and so I started. I have a gambling group chat with him, Nate. I might have probably. I got a gambling group chat with him, Nate Sprinkle, and Tim. Tim does. Tim like talks every now and then. She's like, "Here's my parlay." And it's like all $1 bets, and we're like, "All right, big dog." But so I started. It's all betting on fights. But I started scheduling my guest spots up there on UFC like pay-per-views.
Oh shit.
So like I go up, I'll do a couple days, like, you know, both locations, and then we just recently found out the movie theater by them that shows the pay-per-view. It's just like $20 a ticket.
Oh,
So
shit.
dude, we got to watch the whole fucking pay-per-view in there.
Are you in there with a bunch of meatheads there?
There was not honestly, it was pretty quiet in there.
Yeah. Some meatheads are fine.
Yeah, everyone that was in there was pretty calm, cool, collected. I will say the stream fucked up at one point. So like the co-main event we missed on screen. Gary had it on his phone. Like we fucking found like some stream, and then it was like first round. All of a sudden, like, and clearly our stream was just a little bit behind there because all of a sudden we hear them in the back just like fucking be like, oh, and we're like, shut the fuck up. And then we saw like the gnarliest fucking knockout.
Yeah.
And it went from like big screen to like we're all like watching it on the fucking phone.
That's rough. I just thought you'd be in there with a bunch of dudes with affliction shirts on.
No, you want that? You go to fucking B-dubs or fucking
Right.
or Fridays.
Is that still a thing, affliction?
Dude, I don't. Probably. I would assume
hope
so. You know.
For that corner of the world, hey,
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Man.
But yeah, man, I'm not big on anybody complaining about anything because I don't really do anything about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I don't know. I know how. We see people talking about it. I mean, being slow and shit, but it's like, how's Alley Cat doing?
We're good. Tad.
We're good too, man. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, so I don't think that is 100% controllable. I think there
No, I
are,
agree. No,
situations and like so. Look at you guys, for instance. I don't think you all are pulling from the same group of people that some street shops are in this town.
Agreed. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So it's like it's going to affect them in a way that's not going to affect you because you guys weren't tattooing the same crowd anyway.
No, we're getting. I mean, for the most part, everyone's coming in. It's like relatively very serious.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm ready to start this big thing or that big thing, or it's like I'm gonna collect. I'm gonna get like do this, big,
Right.
whatever kind of thing.
Which is great. And then the shops that are sort of the middle, like Absolute Art, they have all those folks, and they also they want to do walk-ins, so they're taking them.
Yeah.
Particularly where they're located, and they're still good.
I mean, they're killing it.
They're Absolute Art. You know?
They'll always.
See them bringing in Rana.
I know. I saw me and Gary talking about that. We're like, what a fuck, like that. What a fucking perfect fit. I've got keep whatever. I don't care. I haven't gotten to. We got laser at our shop now. I started lasering this arm, but I'm gonna start getting real serious because I was like, there's a couple people I want to do my arm.
Sure.
I had like 3 people in mind, and he and
one of them
was Rando, and I was like, now he's coming to Richmond. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get real serious about fucking laser my arm.
He was, and I like that. And you know, Jay's a pretty quiet guy, but he's such a crusher. And he's like, I go, what's your appointment? And he goes, I'm finishing up some skulls on a guy. And that's all he said. And I go, screaming with fire. He goes, yeah, exactly.
So we did Tampa, right? And it was me, Adam, and then Rano, Rippy, and then next to me was buddy Zach Blevins and Kylie Green.
I don't know Zach, but he's killing.
Dude, he's first off funny as fuck. Like one of the most sarcastic, but like he's just.
He might be on one of the YouTube things coming up.
Yeah, 100% worth it. That dude, like most of his shit's drawn on. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know, but his shit speaks for itself.
He's a fucking killer.
Yeah,
he'll be in town. I think in like 2 weeks. I'm gonna go hang out with him because I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go back out to Jersey. I gotta go up for an event up there. Anyways, every day Randall had like 3 appointments every day. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? He goes, oh no. That was it. That was his reaction. I'm like, you have no clues. Like, I'll find out. All right, dude. Every day, fucking just like, what do you want? And then fucking drawing on.
Brother's elbow.
The only thing I saw him do, he stenciled one thing, but it was like he did some tribal. He like drew it on and then fucking took a piece of trace paper off it and matched it so he could make a stencil the other side.
Classic. Yeah, he was in the shop. Him and Jay, or him and Cheska, same day or overlapped a day or something like that. But yeah, I had a little hand in that, by the way.
I'm not surprised.
I don't want to take all the credit, like I did for a veil getting back together. But you're welcome, Richmond especially. If you're listening, I know you are. No, me and Hobby were talking, and he was like, "Do you mind mentioning something that we're looking?" And so I was like, "No problem. You know, I'm happy to do it." And so I said something in the intro, and then Jay heard it, hit him up, and then I got to do the next one, and he goes, I hit him up. I go, "You want me to make that announcement again?" He goes, "No, just talk to Jay Rana." And I was like, word.
Fuck yeah.
And then I ran into Randall. I was drunk somewhere, and I went, "Who's your fucking boy?" "Who's your boy, Jay Rana?" And he went, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, "You know what the fuck I'm talking about."
I'm so stoked he's coming back to the East Coast, though.
Yeah.
Because it seems like he was over here a
His
lot.
His tattoos look like they're made for these.
They are.
You know?
They are.
They're just rougher than anything out there can allow.
I could
When I
not
say
agree
rougher,
more.
I mean gnarly.
Yeah.
I don't mean heel rough.
Yeah.
Dude, my brother's elbow is crazy. It's like a spider, and it's like half the web has the spider in front of it, and the other half has a negative skull coming through it. It's fucking bananas, bro. It's so good.
Everything he does is so fucking cool. And it's like he's so fast too. Like everything's with purpose. Like it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense that, like I said, I think me and Gary talked about it the other day. We were like, it's just what a fucking like carrying a torch. Like,
Yeah.
You know, at that place, it's like it just makes so much fucking sense.
And that shop and this town has clients that want those tattoos.
Yeah. I mean, dude,
That's
Richmond's
all.
not hurting for clients. Everyone, you got kids that are right out the gate. They're like, oh, I'm getting tattooed. Like,
Yeah.
I see because you go any bar, like you go to any bar, any restaurant, you sit at the bar. Bartenders are covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
You go to a coffee shop, everyone's fucking.
Downstairs here.
Yeah, everybody.
We came downstairs here. They're just tattooed up.
And you forget, like I always forget, like I'm just like until I leave, I get out of town, I'm like, oh shit, I'm the most tattooed person in this room now. But like here, it's like, oh, everyone's we're all.
No, they don't pay attention to you.
Yeah, not here. No one
another
cares.
guy
When
with
you go up there, you go like, I'm trying to go up north. I'm like, oh, all right, hey
Yeah,
guys, like
for sure. But in Richmond, it's like your server might have more tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Very possible.
Without a doubt.
Plus, yeah, what about the sightings that you see in the wild here? Like when you're chilling and a Hoyer thing or a Mike Rennie thing or a fucking John Setzer or Adam Martin or the Timothy, like with the Brian Bruno thing, it just walks by you and you're like, what the fuck?
Dude, the amount, we've, since Brian, passing, we've had so many Brian tattoos come in the shop now that I've never fucking seen or any. I'm like, and there's like, oh yeah, I've always heard about you guys anyway. So it's like I want to come get tattooed, so they're getting tattooed now and at the shop, and I'm just seeing so many. Like there's this one dude, Adam's working on his leg right now. He's doing a Dragon Koi. This dude, Mike, and he's got his arm. I don't know. I think it's like 13 years old or something like that. But it's just it's a peacock. Just almost the entire fucking arm from Brian. It's unreal. I've never seen photos, nothing. And never even heard of it.
And see that, like you say, it's like 12, 13 years old. That era of Brian's stuff was not the fully realized version that it's been for the last 2 years before he's passing, where the subject matter was maxed out.
Yeah.
And simple. That's how it ended up. But in the in-between years, some really dynamic shapes and really dynamic fucking layouts going on. And not to say that they didn't end up that way, but he was able to strip everything away in his last few years, and you just got the straightforward of whatever it was.
You've seen Josh Autry's arm? The Brian, there's Josh lasers his arm. It's just a skull and snake. The skull is this fucking big. It is like here and it comes up to here. Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Super tough. Yeah.
It's the gnarliest thing I've ever fucking seen. There was another dude who came in. He was getting some traditional. He was getting some cool tattoos from Sanford, and he just had a dragon sleeve from Brian that was like 2 years old. The fucking huge dragon. Yeah. So sick. It's like dragon and lotus. It was fucking.
You never see that together.
Never see that together. It was like, I'm like, that doesn't go, and you look like that goes.
Yeah.
Like.
I saw one today. It was a snake and kitsune. The kitsune had 4 eyes, like 2 small sets of eyes, and then the regular set of eyes. Bananas.
Dude, I tattooed. Cody Abel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tattooed his wife. They came through the shop. I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, something like that. And I did a tattoo on her, and I saw some of the fucking Brian's tats. The one she's got from him. She's got this giant, like sheep head on her stomach with just peonies. It's huge. I like. Just the way he drew the sheep, like the way he drew it was just like more with Brian, but it was the way he colored, like the way he tattooed it. Like he put so much black in the hair, and it still did all this blue and like blue gray, and like it still looked like a white sheep. But like, how did it have that much black and still look like a white sheep?
Straight wizardry, bro.
Like absolute insanity.
You can't say that Brian slept on him because he's so well respected, but. He didn't put them out. He didn't show the tattoos that he was doing, and he talked to me about that a handful of times. And if you go back and listen to, the catalog of No Lies Just Bullshit, he's got a bunch of episodes, and
I've listened to a handful of them for sure.
And he'll be like, I'm right there in episode up. You can give me anytime you want me.
Well,
he just didn't want to. He just didn't want to overdo it. He wanted you to
come see the magic.
Exactly. But he was tattooing like a madman. So much shit. The catalog's so huge, and so that's the result. Is you see tattoos that you couldn't even imagine he
never would have thought of.
And you're like, oh, it's a white sheep that's mostly black with a hint of blue. And
you're like,
reads perfectly.
That makes no sense, but yet it's perfect.
And I'm sure there's like some correlation between the wool and the shape of the flowers. You know what I mean?
It's fucking perfect. It's fucking perfect. Well, it's like, I'm not sure if that'll ever happen, but I know it was like, another tattooer that doesn't like really put out things like Grime. He just puts out the book. Yeah. And it's like, oh, here's the things I've been working on for the past 10 years. Yeah. And like that. That shit's just cool because it's like if you're that interested in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here it is. Add this to the collection.
Grass don't put nothing out.
Nothing, man. And you're like fucking yak.
I don't know if you heard me talk about this, but
I'm from Jersey, so that's all. I've known that motherfucker. So it's like,
people don't know that then they should. But the last time I was at Electric, Tom was very aggressively trying.
He's trying to get rid of that.
Get rid of the hashtag. Yes, he wanted Tom Yak hashtag to disappear. He didn't like it. He didn't like the people who were doing it. He didn't like people who were seeing his shit. He did not want to be on Instagram at all. And it was amazing to hear him
Just be fucking.
sort of the disconnect between not understanding that you can't end a hashtag and, you know, the kid he's talking to and wanting it to be, like, real. Like, yo, people want to see this amazing.
They do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's always been like, you know, being from up there, it's like, yeah, I'll take another glass. Being from up there, it's like, I've always seen that dude's tattoos.
Yeah.
You know, that was the same with like Schwager and Bank, and, you know, all them fucking guys, man. Like,
Man.
it was sick when I got tattooed by Schwager when I came up, whenever that was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that. I think that was one of the last times I saw Brian. I might have seen him once after that. But when we all hung out that night, I got tattooed by him the next day. Yeah, he's the fucking. I was a little hungover from
He
this.
knows more about tattoos than most anybody I know.
Yep. What a cool one. It's just such a nice fucking guy, man.
Yeah.
And it was cool because, like I said, I met him when I was an apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
And when I
You ever seen anything stupid there?
no, so I was on a speak. That was the thing. I was, you know, that was fucking almost like a little over 12 years ago, 13 years ago, something like that. And Jay, when I went to go meet him, he was like, all right, I'm going to introduce you to Mike. You say your name and you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that was it.
But, you know, even if you said the dumbest thing in the world, Mike wouldn't dare let you feel bad about it.
Well, when I went up to him and I was like, hey, I'm not sure if you remember me, but I was, you know, Jay's apprentice, and blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. He's like, I thought you looked familiar. And then we got talking, and then it was super cool getting to talk to him and, you know, hearing some of the other, like, stories I always heard, and then just, like, getting some, like, filling in some blanks and stuff like that. Like,
We haven't. Man.
was that the one you were sick, right? Where you couldn't hear anything with him?
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
remember you talking about that.
It was rough. It was me, him, Ian, and Brian.
Yeah.
And Hobby. Was Hobby in the room? Maybe not. Maybe not.
I think it was just you.
Yeah, you four. And I couldn't hear, and I was really frustrated. I mean, both of my ears were completely blocked.
Yeah.
And so I remember just getting shit-faced while we were doing it. And just kind of letting them, you know, I should have been more attentive for Mike, but it is what it is. But we was tough, you know, it's my buddy now. I didn't know him that well then, but
Yeah.
now we're fucking super cool pals, and he's the best, and he's coming. You know, he's worked at the shop a couple times, and he's just great, man.
Yeah, I feel like he rolls with wrath every time he's over there, right?
Not every time,
every
but he's
time.
come. He worked my 20th anniversary and was like, just so fucking cool, and so treated everyone so well, and it was one of those things where it was more like it was a big ask, you know, but he was just like a hero of all of ours, and so, but I didn't know him that well, but he was nice enough to me in the times we had been around each other that I felt like I could ask him and not be like making an assumption, because, you know, you don't want to ask somebody and they tell you no.
Yeah, no, agreed, yeah.
And so I asked him, and he was just like, "Oh, I'd love to do that." And just super like, "Yes, sir." And he's been fucking, he rules, man.
I mean, like, again, New Jersey legend, but also just East Coast tattoo legend, regardless. But I feel like we all hold the East Coast very, very, like, near and dear as far as that goes.
Yeah. Man, I was telling somebody the other day, shouts to Jason Hobby, we were gonna hang. He had fucking East Coast on his neck in fucking like 1997 or something.
That gets no tougher.
Yeah, it's fucking
That-
neck tattoo when I was a child. Straight up, son. When I was a fucking child. But yeah, he's from Roanoke. And that's where I lived before I moved to Harrisonburg. And he was tattooing like my friends in hotel rooms and shit. And I was just like, man, this motherfucker is wild. You know, that was crazy at the time.
Yeah.
Now, you know, a few years later, I was getting tattooed in hotel rooms, and I was fucking going to tattoo conventions. At 18, 19, I started going to conventions. But I just couldn't believe this fucking scrawny little punk from fucking Roanoke. When I say punk, I mean punk rock, bleached blonde hair, and checkerboard fucking shoes, and just like.
So.
And he just was the coolest, man. Just a little bit older than us, and the fucking coolest.
He still is like every time I see him, he's so nice. He's such a good dude.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I mean, very lucky. I feel like anytime I meet somebody that I really look up to has been like really fucking awesome. You know, I feel like when I first started tattooing, I was like, oh, I might have been like young and dumb, like, hey, you know,
Sure.
you know, probably like maybe talked a little too much or something, and I felt the cool guy shoulder, but whatever. But now it's awesome meeting everybody. And
Yeah. I mean, that shit happens too. You know?
it does. I'm not like I don't.
It's one of those things where, and I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if you told me that you might have felt that way with Brian, because one of the things you have to realize is that those dudes are real deal tattoo guys, and you're saying to them, hey, I'm new in your town and I'm tattooing. That it takes a couple years for them to wear off.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, you might be as nice as you possibly be and there to spend money.
Yeah.
But you're still saying that with, I'm here and I'm tattooing.
Yeah.
And to them, they don't expect you to ask them, but they also don't think you should expect them to pat you on the shoulder for that.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, I've told this more than once, but, and Joey knows it, and Eric Perfect knows it, but Joey was bitching about Eric Perfect giving him shit, Joey Knuckles, when he was tattooing in Philadelphia, and he was just like, yeah, when I met Eric Perfect, he was a real prick. He told me, why don't I go back to Cleveland? And I go, that's all I said? That's pretty late, coming from that asshole, you know? I was like, of course he's going to say that to you.
Yeah.
He's been tattooing in Philadelphia for 20 years at that point, 25 years. And you go up, you show up and go, hey, I learned how to tattoo somewhere else, and now I'm here.
Yeah.
Of course Eric Perfect's going to say to you, go fucking back home. You know what I mean? This is how it goes.
I will say, when I went in there and met Brian, I never got that. Brian, right from the gate, to me, is the fucking man, you know.
We were recently talking about, like, the number of people who had, like, incredible Bruno experiences.
I don't know. I mean, I've never heard a bad one, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I haven't.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I can't think of any.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's told me bad experiences that he had, but that's different.
Yeah, that's way different.
And that's more like in traffic.
Yeah.
That's Brian be like, it's coming unglued. He'd be like, I got my mom, my wife, and my daughter in the car, so I tried not to fuck anybody up.
God, Holly driving is fucking terrifying. That's why I don't let her. Whenever we drive anywhere, it's like I'm driving the entire time. She scares the shit out of me, and then she gets road rage so bad, and she follows people, and I'm like, you know, Virginia's open carry. I'm not sure if you know that.
Bro. These motherfuckers, man.
Adam got in the car with her one time, and he got out. He goes, I'm never getting in the car with her again. It's okay, buddy.
It's great. But yeah, man, Brian, so many people just said they had these fucking incredible experiences. And, you know, the only thing that, not the only thing, but I don't know if you ever did it, but most people didn't because they just didn't want to put any, it's a big ask, but the people that got critiques from Brian really ended up with, like, a teachable thing that they stick with them for life. You know
I should have. I like kind of talked to him about some stuff. I was like, oh, this is kind of the direction I'm like kind of going in, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And he like was just like, oh, cool. Like I didn't really like. I should. I feel like I probably should have asked, but you know what? Like I'm around amazing people too, so it's like,
of course,
you know,
of course.
I'm very I couldn't be more grateful where I'm at. But I was, you know, I think I might have asked that like right when I should have asked like right when I first moved here, but I mean. Yeah,
it's not that you should or shouldn't. Some people don't think that.
I just didn't. It wasn't on my mind. If that makes sense.
Of course, you can't ask everybody that you look up to for something, and a lot of people just wouldn't want to cross that line. But man, the people that asked him for help ended up just with incredible learning experiences. And like I watched him sit with Porter at the shop and lay out big stuff, just studies, and man, it was just fucking cool. Just to watch him teach and lay down, you know, because the first thing he would ask if you asked for a critique was if you were serious. Did you really want a critique, or did you want to be complimented?
Comfort or truth.
And, you know, and if he asked you that and you said you wanted the truth, he'll fucking tear your ass up. You know what I mean?
Which is good. That's what you need.
It's great, man.
You know, you gotta have tough skin to be in this to begin with. So it's like you gotta be able to handle shit.
If you want to be great.
Yeah.
And so, I remember Porter coming down here and spending the day with him, and then he came to Harrisonburg and just fucking sat there with Porter in Porter Station, which that's He has photos of that. He has the memories of that. He has the notes from that. You know, those are like milestone moments for Porter, you know? And it really translated into accelerating his progress, you know, which is fucking cool, man. Well, before he passed, we were like talking about doing a series of him just working on layouts with other tattooers. We had a couple people that knew about it already and wanted to do it, and we're just trying to sort of line up the logistics of it. And of course, everything happened the way it happened, but it would have been next level, yeah.
Well, I remember when I first started Civ, I had a couple people that were like, you know, was starting to do bigger tattoos. Just it happened. It was more organic than anything. And it kind of worked out that I was already at that shop. Like Adam's already doing all that stuff. But I think it was like the first couple sleeves I got. Adam just drew on the background for me. He was like, well, this is how you do this. This is how you do this.
Yeah.
And the first couple sleeves was all about just like I was watching him and seeing. He was explaining everything. So the first couple backgrounds I did, or first couple sleeves I did, all the background was his background. It was just I learned how to do it.
Sure.
And after that, it was like I would draw. You know, then I started just drawing on paper before I thought getting it on. Like now, just drawing it fully on. I mean, most of the stuff's drawn on now.
I bet Adam's a great teacher.
Dude, he's just like he makes it make sense, but he's so soft spoken about it too.
You know,
So
it's by nature. So.
yeah,
And you know, you can tell that he wants. You know, he can be like he can be good at like wisecracks and bullshit, but you can tell he wants the best for you, for his guys, for his crew, for people that he fucks with. Like you can tell, like he sincerely is rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? When he's like showing you something, it's because he wants you to fucking.
That's my guy.
That, you know?
I mean, that's my shop. Like that's how you know, everyone's. You know what it feels like when you're in your when you walk in and those are your fucking people. Yeah. You walk in that door and it's like every single person's like, I got their back, they got mine, and we're all here to be better.
Trying our best, doing
literally
our best,
trying
pushing our hardest. You know, that's
and not even just in tattooing, but in life itself. It's like we're all shooting for the best for our relationships, our friendships, our life, like happiness. Like it's everything in between, while also trying to do the best tattoos we can possibly fucking do.
And you know that there's the fact that there's no turnover, like the Alley Cat too. There's no turnover, and that's what art. There's no turnover. You motherfuckers are all together forever. I think there's a lot to be said for how fly that is. A lot to be said. You know, there's not, you know, people move around. It's nothing.
No, that's nothing. There's always gonna be outliers. That's just how that shit goes. Like either you're moving.
Yeah. But like when you see like Mario and Nicoella together for all these years, so you see when you see certain people that just like there's something real classy and there's something real cool about like-minded people who want the best moving together. That's the shit.
Well, because it's for nothing else other than just to do cool tattoos. Like there's no ego behind it. There's no like, you know, it's just like when I see Adam finish up something or Jason finish up something or like Sanford or Emily, like anybody like I see like a fucking cool tattoo, I'm like, all right, that's the fucking shit.
Yeah.
I gotta step it up. Like that's what inspires me.
We're an Alley and like two of us or two of them will be like, you see what we did today? You know what I mean? That's what I think. That's one of the best things about working with a room full of people that are pushing. And I've said this a bunch, but the room you're in should be putting pressure on you.
Yeah.
It should be. You should be like.
So you should still sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You should want to like impress the guys that you tattoo around.
But I'm also asking questions. I'm like, I get something drawn on, you know, play something like, how's that look to you? And like every now and then, Adam would just be like, give me the Sharpie, and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'll be mess with that a little bit. I'm like, I didn't see that. Thank you.
Do you and Holly talk drawing as much?
Yeah, all the time.
A lot?
Yeah, well, she does a lot of wilder shit than I do, so it's like, it's cool getting to be like, if I have something, I'm like, does this look too simple? And she'd be like,
wilder shit.
Like, her line weights, she does like multiple line weights and shit.
Yeah,
she does like, her color palette is crazy.
It's just popping, it's jumping off the skin when you're doing crazy line weights.
Dude,
She's great at that.
You know, like she already crushes it to begin with, but why don't she? Her pet
Tell
portraits.
you how hard she worked at like that.
Yeah, I mean she busts her fucking ass every dude. She's
But she told me she's like, how am I doing maybe 2 tattoos?
yeah, at home. Yeah, she's like
11 tattoos the first day and 9 the next day.
dude. Her dog portraits lately. I mean everything she does, but like these dog portraits are fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's beautiful.
Me and Adam, like one night we were sitting at the we like usually on Saturday nights. Me and Adam.
Oh, the nose is so
I know,
That's great.
dude. Me and Adam we'll sit at the bar.
But that motherfucker loves the dog though.
Yeah. So we'll like we like look at we'll just like go through like, same thing, but like kind of like oh you see this person's tattoo one night we got ended up on Holly's page and we're just like fucking her and her all that shit she does those portraits, and her color saturation is fucking. She didn't post it yet, but did she post on her story? Not yet. But she did this fucking praying mantis today, right? Because that's what when we get home. We're both like, oh, what'd you do today? We show each other our tattoos for the day. I'm like, fuck. Like a lot of times I just see like the line drawing, the night before, and then I get to see it like next day. I'm like, that's fucking huge. Like that's tiny. And I'm like, or like what? Like it's always crazy. Or she just fucking.
She'll be like, I'm booking for November, and then the next fucking post the next morning is November's full, but I'll be taking stuff for December. Like,
dude, this one, I was sweating. The lettering, all that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's wild. Huh?
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So clean.
Yeah, that's wild.
She's a fucking ripper, man. Yeah. Again, like our stuff obviously has like, the same element of like solid lines, black color.
Sure.
But like we just draw different. But so it's nice to like have like, hey, can you check this out? Mm-hmm. Like, so we give like one more little perspective on it and shit like that. So yeah, when we talk about that all the time.
What are you hype about right now in your shit? What's your thing?
And me tattooing or like
or anything? What are you doing? You got big projects you're excited about? You gonna write anything up?
I got a bunch of I got this one. I was working on getting some stuff ready for it today for Sunday. I'm doing like this, that that Watergate wood block painting. The guy like breaking through like the jail. He's breaking out and all the water coming out. I'm doing a back piece, kind of like that, but it's a like jungle theme, so it's a gorilla breaking through. And instead of like the foo dog is like the head of the gate. It's a big old Tibetan skull. And I got like this moss hanging from it.
Oh shit.
All this, yeah. And then like just a bunch of like greenery and all that. So I was drawing up the thighs today. I'm gonna do like kind of like I was looking at like more like Tibetan, like kind of like I was trying to do like some ruins. I'm gonna do like an enlightenment stupa on like the one side and do like the blessings bowl on the other side with like some skulls and stuff. Because the one thigh is pretty open, like and the butt, and then the other one like comes down, so I only have a little bit on that thigh that I get to go down onto. And then let's see if I can pull a photo of the last session. It's been a little bit since I worked on it. But yeah, I am very, very blessed in this part too, is I've been working on so much big stuff lately.
How's that go? Like when Brian would be like, bro, yo, I love the fucking posture on that gorilla. The fucking arm back.
Yeah. It's just, based off of that woodblock, I just turned him into a gorilla.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's been drawn. I just stenciled him, and everything else has been drawn on, like rocks, water, or everything else. I just like kind of draw on section by section, fucking go at it.
I don't want to say I hate to keep going back to Bruno because I don't, but he would be like, yeah, man, I'm just fucking out doing nothing but outlines for fucking 3 months.
That's it right now.
And then he's like, and I'm just fucking doing this shading for 3 months. He's like, I would kill to do fucking tattoo to completion.
I got a couple one shots in the mix.
It's a fucking great problem to have.
Yeah,
right?
Agreed. It is
when
nice.
You were doing that, when you were doing nothing but, you were like, God damn, I want to sleep.
I know.
That's how it goes.
But then every now and then I get some fucking people.
You get a tattoo or something comes in and goes, fill this gap or whatever.
That's my fucking favorite. I got to do just like a little bit, almost hand size eagle and snake recently. It's just, dude, getting to do that one. Are you kidding me?
It's pretty straightforward. You didn't do nothing too crazy.
No.
It's fucking slick.
That's it. I threw a couple of fancy colors out here and there, but.
That looks great, man. I love tattoos like that.
But I love getting to just do. I will say, all right. There's this one sleeve I almost finished up. We got the inside. I've never done it, but it was a Komodo dragon.
Oh shit. Dude
had like a couple They only had like 2 tattoos. He hadn't gotten tattooed in like 20 some odd years. Works on. He's a producer for Naked and Afraid. which was crazy. And that's what he's like. When one season I forget where he was at, but it was like Komodo dragons were out there and like boars and all this stuff. And he's like, I just got obsessed with the Komodo dragon, so I wanted to get a sleeve.
That's cool and all, but let's do the chat.
But yeah, this was
Scary.
It's like I kind of like the way you do like snake patterns. Like, all right, cool.
Sick, man.
Like I do the end. There's a cover up on the inside we got to do next, but.
Do you know where? Let me think how to describe this to you. Broad Street intersects with. It's Route 33, Stables Mill Road.
Okay. Yeah.
You know where that
Yeah.
is? If you take that, if you're going north on Broad, and you take that right on the Stables Mill Road, and immediately take a left, it goes down into this little shopping center.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a rug place, something else, and there's like a gigantic antique place that occupies 3 buildings.
Okay.
And they have like you can go in one building and go through all 3 of them. They have a section of just gigantic animals. There's a fucking Komodo dragon in there that if you took 2 of those beds, it's on a fucking table, like a platform that's twice the size of that fucking bed.
Well,
It's a statue.
Like wooden, like carved, or like bronze, or
Yeah, like bronze.
okay.
It's fucking
sick.
gigantic, bro. And they have a gorilla, and they got full-size fucking elks, and they've got bears and monkeys and fucking you name it. Every fucking crazy like tiger, panther, cheetah, all that shit. That place is so fucking insane. And then they have like architectural salvage that'll be like a topless mermaid that was perched on a building in Chicago in the 20s, and now it's just like 2 of them fixed to the wall in that room.
That's the. I think that's the one bummer about being in, like, especially when you go to like Europe or anything like that. They keep that stuff sacred, like the old buildings with the old, like it's hundreds of years old. Here we're just like, oh, we need new and slick.
Like, yeah, we'll chop her off and take her to a warehouse in Richmond.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that shit's so cool.
But at least somebody saved it.
No, I don't disagree in that
You
part.
know, but that Komodo dragon is fucking huge, bro. It's on all 4s. Its tongue's out crazy.
They're such crazy
It's done
creatures.
so well. It looks perfect, but it's like 10 times the size of an actual one. It's enormous, bro. I mean, a Komodo dragon comes in this room right now, and both I feel small.
Yeah.
Even though it's what, maybe 5.5 feet long.
It's still, that was, dude, 5.5. That's still fluffy.
That's huge.
That's huge, man.
Especially if somebody will eat you.
Fuck.
But the one in there on the table is, I'm telling you, it's twice the size of this bed. It's enormous.
What's the name of that fucking? What's the
I
name
don't
of
know.
that? I'd love to go check that shit out. We got a couple cool antique shops around here. Is that place?
That place is enormous, dog. You gotta go.
I got like a.
Bro, I got this triptych. You know, it's like 3 paintings. Mm-hmm. I was there with my wife, and then we came back to get a huge. I wanted a giant mirror.
Is it its own building entirely? Is it a standalone, this place, or no?
Yeah, but it's like you go in the main building, and then there's 2 more next to it. It has an outdoor area with statues and shit, and like water. Mm. It's hard to explain, man, but it's not. It's so close to Broad Street, just on Staples Mill Road.
It's not the Verb, is it?
I don't know what that is, though. I don't know what the name of this place is, but if you've been there before, you would know.
Because there's a couple spots that it's like there's also like sections. The Verve, I'm thinking that's the place I'm thinking. They have like sections set up in like countries. So they have like Asian section, like that place is fucking cool. I've got some real cool like
you have to go. Take Holly.
Yeah, that sounds fucking
Awesome. It's just, like the main building you go into is a lot of Victorian, just outrageous shit,
Yeah.
and beautiful old things, and everything's on a gilded frame. But I wanted this giant gilded mirror, and so when I went back to get it, I brought my wife, and we're just looking around, and I'm looking at this triptych of the crucifixion, and so the middle one is obviously Christ on the cross, and then the left is like, I should know better how to explain it, but it's just like an arch and a monk praying, and the third one is Mary crying. And I was like, I was there 3 days earlier, and it wasn't there. I'm staring at this thing, and I can't believe it. And the lady's like, oh, I go. She just stops and sees me, And I was like, this is incredible. I was just here tonight. She's like, yeah, I go to London once a year and fill up 2 cargo things and have them shipped back. And I just hung that yesterday. And I was like, well, you can unhang that motherfucker because it's coming with the kid. You know what I'm saying? But it's wild, bro. I've never seen it like that. We got a bunch of cool stuff there. You gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta check that shit out. Cause Adam would fucking lose his mind going into a place like that.
Fucking cool, bro.
It's been really cool watching Adam bring out. As you know, we have all this space now. Cause we in the old shop. Old shop's 700. It's only 700 square feet. The old shop, and this spot is 1,500. So Adam's been bringing. I've seen some fucking Rolo originals I've never fucking seen before. He's got some other Ed ones that he's like, yo, just wait. And there's been some other, but he's brought out some other ones and some new ones, so it's like really cool seeing like all these new originals kind of just pop out of nowhere that I've never fucking seen. And he's been building frames at night, like he'll like stay late, build frames, start hanging them up and shit.
It's dope.
When we were talking about earlier, it's like you have your vision. Like Adam's like, oh, bring in some paintings and like we'll put them at your station. But like the way Adam works is like I bring it in and I give him the painting and I go, and he's like, I'll find a place for it. I just don't. I'm like, this is what I want hung up at my station.
Right.
I don't, you know. And he looks. He's like, I know where it's gonna go. I'm like, I'm not gonna like. It's it's at the end. It's his place.
But you know, you saw the way my joint's laid out. Like I wanted to be like, dude, do whatever you want with this space because I've got all this other shit. You know, and even if the old place was 700 square feet, how big is the new one?
15.
How much? 15?
15, yeah, so twice the size.
Twice the size. It's still limited.
It is.
When you think about each of you all having a collection of things. Where I'm at 4,300 square feet, so like I can give everybody their space.
You got a fucking Josh Brown wall in there.
I got a Josh Brown.
That wall is so sick.
You know what I'm saying?
I was so upset because like when I was tattooing, it was me and Fox at the grand reopening, and all of a sudden Josh is hanging out. And then he just sets up next to me. I'm like, Adam, can you go grab my Polaroid? And fucking snap a photo. He grabs a Polaroid. He's like, got it. And then Josh was done tattooing. I was like,
Josh, the fucking man. I think I'll see him tomorrow.
I bought an original off him that night. When he, I think it was, I forget who it was, brought up. He's like, hey, you got any paintings with you? And he like went. He's like, yeah, hold on. He goes out to the car, comes out, sets out like 5 sheets on the fucking massage table, and everyone's like, the first sheet I saw was an eagle sheet, and I was like. It was because on like Coquille and all that. I was like, how much? He's like, 3. And I was like, take that. Everyone was like, that's what I want. I was like,
he tattooed my buddy Dalton that day.
Yeah, he did.
It's like an eagle with a fucking dragon tail.
Yeah.
That's what that thing was cool, man.
So sick.
Yeah. Those 2 dudes.
Dalton, he's doing the new mural and windows over at Lakeside at Holly Shop.
Oh really?
Yep.
Good. He should be.
Yeah, he's fucking. I seen the mock-up and it looks fucking awesome.
Have you seen our door?
Yeah, I've seen the door.
And the absolute art and the Bruno thing.
I was saying, if you're at Richmond area, you gotta go check out. I don't know when it's gonna be ready, but Lakeside will have a fucking brand new do.
I'm glad that they're getting Dalton to do it. Dalton, and that motherfucker will pour his heart into it. Bro. It'll be the best it can possibly be is what he's gonna give it.
Well, what's really cool about Lakeside in general is they have like the window space, and then the way like they're set up is it's like a strip mall or whatever space, and it's like 3 different businesses, and then theirs, and then it goes. There's another spot next to it, but it like dips back. So they have all this wall space. Right. So he's gonna paint all that wall space. He's gonna paint all that as well. I'm not. I think it was Amanda was showing me some mock-ups of some of the things they had in mind for that yet. I don't know. I'm assuming they landed on something. I don't know what, but
so
they're about to get a facelift
at the shop. It's crazy. But then that's Lehi's thing, and he made it a reality for us, which is incredible. But when he came back into the door,
that's
so
a sign painting right there.
What was that?
That's like real sign painting.
Yeah.
Like
it was amazing. Amazing. And like, at one point he's like laying on his belly to do like the stripe around the door and then his signature at the bottom. So ill, man. It's my dog. I like Dalton a lot.
I met him twice and every time fucking super cool.
We came to the old Alley Cat and got tattooed by Mike Wilson. And I think he was going to fly a Panther that day. And
I think I've seen that one.
He was just like any other guy. But we started talking and he told me how much he liked No Lies, Just Bullshit, and because he wasn't a tattooer, I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
But then when he said he's a sound painter, I'm like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But man, when he did the Lehi thing, he lived with us. He moved into Alley Cat. You know, we got that bed.
Yeah.
He moved in. He stayed with us for fucking 6 days. He ate his meals there. He fucking worked relentlessly.
That's fucking sick.
And when it was too dark or raining or whatever, he just soaked up the energy of all that old Flash and stuff, and would ask me about pieces and talk. You know, I would come in and him and Jake would just be looking at it. I don't know about you, man, but I love doing that shit. Looking at a painting or looking at some old Flash and just talking about it. It sounds simple.
No, that's Adam and me.
Favorite things to do.
Adam and I do that constantly, man. I mean, Adam's obsession with books in general.
Yeah.
Dude, on our drive to Florida, we drove down. You know, it was 12 hours. At one point, Adam's my dude, so we just talked the whole time. But at one point, he's so obsessed with books. He was on YouTube looking at some book he doesn't own yet, and he was like, somebody was doing a flip through with a book. And I see it over. I'm like, are you looking at a book right now? I was like, I'm not home.
That's great. So tell me more about Tampa.
All right, so we drove down and
Cigar City, right?
Cigar City, which was, dude, it was an Ybor, and that place was fucking wild.
Chopper's the man.
Yo, he is the nicest fucking guy.
I met him. Did you know him prior?
I met him once at Richmond Tack-On, and then he came by the shop, and then he like reached out to Adam and all of us to do it. We're not doing this upcoming year. We're just trying to get shit
settled.
Yeah, we're still getting settled in new spots. We're not doing the next year, which we do want to go back because it was fucking awesome.
I met him not to cut you off. I'll let you get back to it in a second. But years ago, the Ancient Art crew in Virginia Beach, like, introduced us to him, and then we just started kicking it with him in Richmond every fucking year, and he's just not even talking about what a ripper he is when it comes to tattoos, but just as a dude, just the nicest, upbeat, look you in the eye, shake your hand, sincere.
When he's talking,
good.
You're talking, he's listening.
Yeah,
and that's the shit.
The best. Anyway, go ahead.
I'll do a little top
I
off.
drink a lot, so don't try.
I'll do a little top off. So yeah, me and Adam drive because we're like, the flights for some reason were fucking astronomical.
Yeah.
Because the Valentine's Day weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
So whatever. We get.
Skanks on planes that weekend, huh?
I guess so. But we rented a car, we drove down. It was 12 hours. It honestly wasn't bad. Adam's a fun. That's what I've done a couple road trips with Adam. He's a good road dog.
You do it all at once?
Yeah, just straight through.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, straight through. We left at like
teenage road trip.
Yeah, we left at like 9, and then we got there at 9, like on the dot. Cause it was like 11 hours like total for the wrap, for like the whole like 11 and change or something like that. But we knocked out at 12 with a gas break, all that stuff. Get checked in, and we're like. We are delusional at this point because we've been in the car for 12 hours. So we're just like, we need food. And we like go out, and first place we see it was like, they like walk up, and it was like IDs, and we're like, for fucking what? And they're like, oh, this is about to be a club. And we're like, when do you guys stop serving food? Like 10. And it was like 9:50 by the time we walked in there or something like that. Yeah. Got it, ordered everything, like drinks, food all at once, and it just got so loud. Walk out, all of a sudden we start seeing everybody start pulling in. Like everybody started to pull in. We're like, we'll call it an early night, we'll see everybody in the morning, which we did. Wake up next morning, go to the show, and that's when we find out we're next to all of our fucking everybody, like all of our fucking people. Yeah. Friday was kind of chill as well. Saturday is where it got wild. Adam he heard about this place, the Castle, and he's been talking about this place for like a solid month before we get down there.
Right.
It's a goth club in Ybor that's 2 floors, and it's like open fucking only 2 days a week from like 10 p.m. to like 3 or 4 a.m., some shit like that. Adam's like, we gotta go. And I'm like, all right, if we get everybody here to go, we'll go. And I bring it up, and everyone's like, hell yeah, I'm in. Like, fucking 100% in. We had some other, but we'll get dinner real quick, just wait for it to open. We find this bar, I think it was called the Reservoir. We walk in, you can smoke cigarettes in there. And they had fucking like $6 margaritas that were like fucking obnoxiously strong. Yeah. So it was like me, Rippy, it was everybody. We're getting fucking kind of schmammered there, and our other buddy Phil, he texted me, he's like, just got in line at the Castle. I'm like, I think we're gonna bail on the Castle, you gotta come to this place. And he's like, you gotta get here. He's like, we just got inside, and it's super gothy. And then I read the text, Adam's on my shoulder, he's like, can we go? And I'm like, all right, the entire convention's at this fucking place. So I'm like, all right, let's fucking go.
Well, Yeah, please explain super gothic because I don't.
I'm getting there.
Okay, all right.
So we get in, and apparently said the second floor is super gothy. So, whatever, we're in line. And
I never even heard the word goth until I moved to Harrisonburg.
Dude, we wait in line, and the line is kind of long.
We don't have that in Clothing Forge.
Dude. We get, it's a $10 cover charge, whatever. Rippy, he's like, here's $100, I'm covering 10 people. We all kind of got scouted. He's like, I'll tell you who. So he like stands and I'm waiting. I walk in with Adam at first, and as soon as we walk in, it's like, you know, some chains hanging from the ceiling. It's fucking like, you know, spiderweb bar, all this shit, like, and like red lights. And then all of a sudden, like Adam's just like soaking it in, and then a real life furry walked by us, like fucking mask, tail, and all. And Adam's just like, this is everything I ever dreamed. So I turn around for a second. I'm waiting on John to, you know, do all that. I turn around. Adam's gone. I'm like, where the fuck did he go? And like, he was with Rano and Rippy's wife and Colleen. And like, I'm like, where did Adam go? They're like, oh, we lost him. I'm like, what do you fucking mean? So whatever, we get up.
Hopefully he was somewhere dancing, bro. My man has moves.
We finally get upstairs. As soon as we get upstairs, I'm telling you, the only thing that separated that club from Blade, the opening scene of Blade, was fucking blood sprinklers. Because you walk in, it's like fucking lights everywhere. There's like a DJ behind like a silk thing, so you only see like the shadow of them. As soon as you walk in, there's this fucking. There's a whipping station. Like there's this fucking
whipping.
Dude, there's a cage and there's these girls taking off their shirts. They have like the fucking X tape over their nips, and this dude just got like a fucking whip, and he's fucking. And these girls are lined up for it. Like they're all ready to get fucking whipped by this. They look, you know, the dude had like the outfit on from fucking Pulp Fiction. Like it's like that kind of shit.
Meanwhile, you have like some like New Mexican style
dude
button down with like cactuses across that should look right. That's what you're rocking in that motherfucker, dude. And they're looking at you like, yo, who let?
Like these aren't goth people. Like this is in your club. Like we definitely got some looks. There were some people.
Okay,
there was like this fucking super tall person in a skirt, and then had like one of like the strangers masks on, just walking around like every now and then.
Sounds so weird.
And they like the drink. You'd see they literally.
I'd be freaked out.
It was a lot to take in, but it was funny watching people with masks on. They just lifted their. Like,
yeah. It's like get a straw hole.
Yeah.
You know, stay in character, motherfucker.
During this, I texted Adam. I'm like, hey man, we're upstairs. Where are you? Hear nothing. Whatever. All of a sudden, everybody's in this fucking place. Everybody, like from the show. Chopper, like at one point, it was like me, Zach, both the Nobles.
Derek Noble knows how to have a good time,
dude. Oh my god, Rippy, my buddy Midwest Phil, my dude Ian, who works at his shop. There's just so many people. Too many people.
Yeah.
I'm definitely missing some, but all good people. And then at some point, somebody takes off their shirt. And then it's just all tattooers take off their shirt and dancing. Yeah. And then I got fucking, it was like Chopper and Todd who were like, take your like they're ripping my shirt off of me. And I'm like, I'm just standing here. And then at one point, Chopper's getting thrown up in the air. What's up?
Kylie coming there?
No, she didn't come out that night. We were talking. She was so about it too. We were talking about it. She was like so about it. She's like, I'm down to come. I'm like, yeah, let me know.
She's down to come, but then she disappears. Like
yeah, she did.
Like a good Southern girl, bro.
Yeah. She's so nice.
She's the best.
Yeah, I see Chopper getting thrown up in the fucking air, like literally, like he's getting like fucking. It's crazy.
He's painting a dragon. It's awesome.
He gets back down. I'm like, did you see Adam when you're up there? He's like, no. Finally get a text from Adam. It's like 2 hours on the dot later. He's like, I'm in the sidebar. Where are you? And I'm like, we're dancing. Finally go find Adam. It's like this
where he should be.
He was in this little sidebar, just sitting by him. He was sitting by himself. Like we was hanging out with the bartender. No, not really, because like I guess at some point there was these
surrounded by weirdos.
Yeah, he was like at one point. Somebody was like stiff the bartender, like they like wrote on it was like some rich kids like fake goth, like wrote like no tip on the or like wrote fuck you on like the tab. Yeah, and fucking
fake goth.
And Adam lost it on me. He's like, you can't fucking do that. Like Adam was fucking getting sauced up, so he's already feeling good. And he's like, you can't. He's like, fuck you, you fucking like yeah. He just kept on talking. And they were like all like, and then left. And then everyone like the bartender was like, whatever you want.
You can't fake goth a fucking.
So he just was pouring just straight tequila in Adam's cup. And Adam, like, I took a sip, and he's like, I was like, we're leaving. I have some photos of that night. We took some shots of us, which was fucking wild because apparently you can see from the photos. Somebody, I don't want to say who, but somebody had like a bag of mushrooms and was feeding them to everybody that night, which I didn't know that was happening. I must have been at the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have known.
Yeah, sure. You don't want to say who. Sure, somebody we all know.
Yeah, but you can see in the photo who was on mushrooms. When was this?
Not my scene, but I would have loved to have gone somewhere.
Oh, you can't, dude. It was fucking unbelievable. All right.
That's fucking great.
Zooted.
Yeah.
I didn't know until the next day. Adam, all right, so I sent this photo to Adam. Next day, or like a couple days later, he like sent me a screenshot of video of this, and he just does this. He's like,
This is great for podcasting.
dude, I know. You're just explaining it. We got all the laser shows and all this shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it was fucking. Oh, I forgot. Saw this fucking.
The fucking blade.
What was his fucking name? It was a Mick tattoo, Switzerland.
This?
Yeah.
It's not a dragon?
That dude, he used to run the Richmond Tack Con. He said, "It's fucking what's his name?"
Oh, nature.
Yeah, Nate. Yep. He was across from us. He was such a fucking cool dude. He had some amazing tattoos.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that one.
Maybe I want to show this to you.
Next day was fucking rough. Adam left early because he had some show that he was going to of some band that was like their only show in the States, so he flew out Sunday to go to Baltimore.
Recent.
What a hot air balloon? Well, there's only one other hot air balloon tattoo that's just as good, and it's the Hardy one. Are you fucking kidding me? All those little lines inside. Even the lightning at the top.
Wild style.
Fuck.
I'm trying to show everybody that's listening to this podcast that.
Oh, we're sitting just gooning over fucking tats right now.
Fucking idiots.
Whatever. That's cool tattoos.
Yeah, fucking. Like I said, that's not my thing, and I don't really.
It was worth it to experience that night, just because
Like,
it was
have you
all
ever been to
tattoos.
goth or been around that scene?
Not really, no. It was just like like punk and like metal like shit when I was younger. That was it.
You don't seem like a Guido, but you also don't seem like typical tattoo guy where at any point in your life you've been like, everything sucks. You know what I mean? Like all these crybabies. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you listen to Holly.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when I asked her if she gets sick of you being so good looking and upbeat all the time? She's like, oh my god. I was like, you get sick of him just being so handsome and upbeat. It's gotta be fucking just exhausting. But you know what I'm saying? Like so many of your peers, people that we know.
Yeah.
At some point in their life, they've just been like, fucking, I hate everybody, everything's terrible. You know, it's just like, shut up.
That's not that.
Let's draw some pictures and shut up.
We're pretty fucking blessed, you know. I'll say, I don't want to get too heavy, but I just feel like it deserves respect because it's my brother who passed away almost 2 years ago. That's why we talked about that shit. You know,
Yeah.
Matt, that's my fucking dude, and I think that's been a heavy weight to carry for quite some time now. And,
Sure.
I mean, you know it, man. It's just, especially when it's tragic, you're just like, it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
That's the only, as far as all that, it was like that. Like, lost our dog like a couple months later, so that was a real fun couple months for your boy, but
Yeah, it's tough. But you know what, man?
not to make it heavy. I didn't mean to do
No,
that.
it's fine.
I just
it's
wanted
fine.
to, I
But
just
what
felt
I
like he
would say
deserved
is,
to
like,
be.
the upside is like, you have a joy that you're gonna be like. That's the thing, man. When folks go away from here, two things happen. The one thing is, no matter how they left, they're relieved of the earthly things that we all struggle with, the worry, how did I leave this situation?
Yeah.
They're relieved of all those things. You know, I'm not a Christian, but I believe in an afterlife, and I believe in your consciousness carries on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that just by being in your body, your consciousness has limits, and that's why people have stress, and that's why people get worked up, and that's why people get scared, and all these things. and you're relieved of all those things. You know, I mean, the best thing I ever heard about death, Ram Dass said that death is like taking off a tight shoe, and nothing has ever made me feel better about the idea of dying.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do.
No,
I want to be here for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I want to kick.
I'm enjoying it. There's still so much shit. It's fun.
I'm just sitting around talking about tattoos and laughing with you. It's just fun, man. It's just it's a joy of life, you know. But the other thing is that, you know, as the people that are left behind, we grieve, and then we accept it, and then we live our lives, and you have to continue to be upbeat and be happy and enjoy what we have here. You know, we have something special, man. Not everybody can be immersed in something that they love as much as you love tattoos, as much as I love tattoos. Not everybody can be, you know, there's people out there that love fashion, but they're selling retail.
Yeah.
There's people out there that love music, but they can't get a gig DJing. That, you know, and you're immersed in this thing that you love. It's incredible. And you're happy, and that's okay. You know, sometimes we lose folks along the way, and it's tragic, and it's terrible. And, you know, tomorrow I'm here for the anniversary of Brian Bruno dying. You know,
Yeah.
well, that's my dog. I love him more than anything. But I tell stories about him all the time. I talk about him all the time. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about him all fucking day.
Hell yeah.
Stories. And that's just one of the things. You know?
That's you know, we got this thing now that we do, me and my, because it's always been like four best friends. Three best friends with us, me included, so four. They've been my friends, you know, since we were fucking kids. Yeah. It's just been us forever. Like, you know, those were my groomsmen in my wedding. Like, we were the groomsmen at my other Shane's wedding. So it's like we're all like that's how like those are my guys.
Team. Yeah.
And it's just always been that. So we did it last year. Was that's why I didn't get to go to the memorial. Was we went and did a trip for his birthday. Yeah. We went out, and we're gonna try and do that every other year. Just go someplace with just us on his birthday. Yeah. Celebrate him.
That's dope, man.
You know, because unfortunately, the day he fucking passed was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
My birthday.
That's a tough one.
Dude, we talk about like you couldn't let me have that fucking day, you prick. Like you had to fucking take that from me.
Yeah. And you know, ball breaking from beyond. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Fuck it, what an asshole, man. We talk about it all the time, like you fucking prick.
Yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, I mean, dude, that shit's necessary to fucking take the moment to celebrate those fucking people that meant the world to you. And like, yeah, it sucks that like you said, they're relieved. It sucks for us when we're like, you know, because grief is weird too, because it comes and goes. But it also can come like, it's weird how it comes from. I was thinking that first year was like the experience of it was like, like, you know, the first couple months it's like, oh, it's all just sad. And then after a while, everything's good. And then you're like, you know, you start getting like those weird guilty moments of like, oh, I'm sorry I'm not as sad as I should be. Or like, so you feel like this weird fucking sense of that. And then all of a sudden, like, you're having a good moment with a friend. Whether it's like, I had one moment that I broke down. It was like a very significant like moment in grief for me. It was like, just was out at the bar got dinner with my one buddy in town, Zach. We just sat at the bar, was at Joe's Inn, sat at the bar, had a couple of drinks, had just nothing but fucking laughs. And then on my ride home, it just was like, it was like one of the moments that hit. It was like, oh, I'm never going to have that with Matt again. And it's like that, so it was like all of a sudden, that was like, oh, this is a new level of grief. Like, now happy things are starting to trigger it.
And that feeling is accompanied with just an emptiness. You know, that's the best way I've ever been able to describe it. You know, so like I'm here talking about Brian Bruno all the time. And he it's funny because Emily and the kids were at my house not long ago, and we were talking about it, and she was like, you know, one day Tony Ricci was feeding him meatballs, and the next day he's dead. And so although he was sick for a while, there was a trajectory there. It still seemed sudden in some ways, right?
Yeah.
So Brian passed away, and then 2 days later, my good friend Brian Gray, who's also a tattooer, and one of my absolute closest friends. 2 days later, he calls me. He says, "Yo, heard about Bruno. I'm so sorry." You know, blah blah blah. And he had a tattoo from Brian, and then bought some stuff from him. And then 2 days after that, I go to Juan Puente's in Harrisonburg, comes and does a machine seminar just for my guys. Incredible. What a good friend, you know. So grateful for Juan's friendship. we jump in the Cadillac. He drives me in my Cadillac to Norfolk, which I hate driving. And so he was just like, I'll drive. I just flew from fucking California. I mean, from Portland. I'll drive. So we go. The next morning, fucking 8 a.m., I get a call from my friend Robin. Brian Gray died. So Brian Bruno dies. 2 days later, Brian Gray says, my condolences. 2 days later, he dies. And this is the person that I spent my birthday and New Year's Eve with every year for 22 years. My brother.
Yeah.
And I'm a fucking mess. I go downstairs, because I can't get back to sleep after I get the news.
Nah.
I go downstairs, and I'm just sitting in a chair, staring at a wall, and Juan comes over and he goes, what's the matter? What's going on with you? What's up? I was like, oh, my friend Brian died. And he was like, he started, like, brings a guy over, he's like, he just orders me some stuff, and he's just like, yo, Nick, eat something, and then, call me or go just collect yourself. And I was just like, zombied out. Anyway, I ended up having some good experiences afterwards that brought me out of it, but it's almost been a year since he died, and I still have that. Because he died in the middle of the night to sleep. He was just laying with his wife sleeping, and he woke up to a massive heart attack, and she's trying to resuscitate him. And you talk about you don't want to get too heavy, but I have that emptiness with him. I just felt like I had no closure at all. I'm thinking about him all the fucking time. And I just think about how cheated the world is without him. I mean, he was a good tattooer, but he was an incredible person.
Yep.
Incredible musician, mind-blowingly creative, and so that feeling of grief, that's when it strikes me, it just comes with this empty feeling, man. And when I think about Brian Bruno, I feel full because we've always expressed how important he is and how much of an impact he's made on everyone. And when I think about Brian Gray, I feel that emptiness, like, man, I can't believe I lost him. And I'm not comparing the two of them, but I feel like everybody that knew Brian Bruno should have known Brian Gray.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough.
No, dude, the shit's, it doesn't go away.
Let's moving on.
Yeah, we don't. There's nothing but respect and love for our fucking people, and they deserve they just deserve their names to be fucking told. That's it. It's nothing about heavy. It's just their names deserve to be fucking said, and that's it. That's all. I just wanted to.
And again, I'll reiterate what I said before. They are relieved of the things that we, some people, I'm from a Southern family with Christian guilt. And there's always like, I should have done this and that shit. And while you may want to put yourself through something terrible, in the name of that person dying, there's no grudges where they're at.
No.
They're relieved of any bullshit that you want to attach to it and make yourself feel bad. Don't.
No.
Because they're relieved of that. They would never, your friend would never, he might laugh about your birthday, but he would never be like, if you had cross words with somebody, whatever it may be, man, lay yourself off the hook because they're not mad at you. They love you.
Yeah, no, I definitely got a little easier on myself about it. I had the guilt thing for a minute, but I've gotten easier on myself about it for sure. Because I have my other two dudes, we talk about this stuff, so it's like if anybody ever like kind of
thank God you got that.
Dude, and it's like we all are experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody else experienced it, but it's something different because it's somebody, whatever the case may be. Like other people obviously have similar experiences, but it was like I have two that have that we are going through it together.
Yeah.
So I get to talk to them, which I just got to hang out with them. This past weekend we got pretty smashed up in Asbury, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Woke up a little hungover and went straight to the wedding.
My brother, so check this out. I'm talking about Asbury Park. So my brother goes up there because, so I'm not a Guar guy, but I guess there's a Guar documentary, and I don't know what it's called, but there's a Guar documentary that recently came out, and then they're showing it at Kevin Smith's theater up there, and Guar's there to talk about it after they show it.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
Really
fucking awesome.
Cool. And my brother's like, big Kevin Smith fan, big Guar fan. That's his shit. That's his whole fucking world. So him and his wife go up there, and I'm at work at Alley-Cat, and my phone rings. It's Yoni. You know Yoni Zilber?
I not personally, but obviously, yeah.
Legend.
Yeah, tattoos are
straight legend.
Yeah.
Bro, he just did this drag. He was just an Alley-Cat. He did, like 2 weeks ago, he did a fucking dragon head on Jake Hockman's wife, Sarah. You never see anything more beautiful. Tibetan-style dragon.
Yeah, his
facing
dragons are
upward.
fucking incredible.
Bro, he's going to put out a dragon book of Tibetan dragons that's going to change
I'm fucking buying
the
that.
game, dog. It's
Tomorrow.
going to blow. It's going to turn shit on its head.
Yeah.
It's going to be a different thing. I don't even know if he's talked about it, so congratulations. Bro.
Pre-sales are fucking through the
Going to
roof
be
now.
wild,
Yeah.
bro. I've seen him. Anyway, my phone rings. It's Yoni. I go, hello. He goes, Nick, I don't have much time to talk. I don't know. A lot of people look like your brother. Is your brother in New Jersey? I go, yeah, he's actually in Asbury Park. He goes, I gotta go. I think I just saw it. And he hung up. So, my brother and his wife are in New Jersey. Yoni runs up on him. Yoni has a restaurant in that town.
Oh, really? What's this restaurant? In Asbury?
It's called, what's it called? I think it's called Juice.
Okay, I don't know if I've been to that one now.
It's in Asbury. It's a vegan restaurant. And he's got that. He's got Watermark Studio, which is his private studio. But he still works at 5 Points a couple days a week. And he gets on a boat and goes over and gets a couple blocks away. So my brother, Rioni runs down my brother on the street. Can't believe you're here. I just talked to Nick. He confirmed it. And my brother's like, yeah, what are you doing? He's like, come to my restaurant. They take him over to the restaurant. They feed him. And then my brother's never been to New York City. And he goes, get on the fucking ferry and go right now. My brother's like, I didn't think you could just go to New York on a boat. And it's like, yeah, it's right there. Go get on it. So my brother's wife, never been in New York City.
I mean, if you're
They've been to Paris. They've
You're
been to
so
fucking
close.
Barcelona. They get on the boat, go over to fucking New York City. They're right there. They're chilling in New York City for a couple hours. Come back, see War thing with Kevin Smith.
yeah,
Asbury Park, man. It's an amazing place.
Asbury's that's fucking awesome, dude. I remember we used to. I mean, now it is like thanks to Sandy. Sandy saved that fucking place.
Yeah.
We're because it was fucking desolate. I mean, you've seen the Sopranos, like those like fucking dream scenes. That's what Asbury was. Like it was desolate. Like there was nothing there. The convention hall right there, where they always like met in front of. Like that's how it was. It was just fucking nothing. Like,
Were those boardwalk scenes from Seinfeld? Were those Asbury too? Remember those?
I think
Who knows?
I think those are just studio ones. If I recall.
Do you have any? Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Do you have any Sopranos connections, stories, any Jersey shit?
No, I only know one story, but it's a story of somebody that one of my good friends used to work with. He is from Long Island or Staten Island, one of the two.
Long Island?
Oh, I can't. Doesn't matter. It's one of those two. Anyways, he was. You know, he was like just started tattooing, yada yada yada, and one of his buddies was banging some dude's wife that was locked up, and he had somebody meet him, and they would meet up with each other every night, like and go smoke weed in like some garage or whatever, right? In like a car.
As you do.
And apparently, the dude, his buddy who was banging somebody's fucking wife,
You shouldn't do it, people.
he had some people meet him, and they were like, "We know what's going on. You just gotta stop. That's it. You know, you gotta like, we'll just let you know. Stop."
Yeah, it's pretty.
And he did not stop. And then the one night, the dude who used to work with my buddy, he ended up they go to a bar and met up with met some chick and went home with her and didn't go to the garage to go smoke a joint. And thank God he did not go there because his buddy got popped that night.
Really?
Yeah. Other than that, most of the stuff was by the time I was like growing up, it was already gone. Like the Sopranos kind of nailed it. It's like they were at the end of the era.
Sure. Yeah.
There's always some shit like we had work on the boardwalk. There was after Sandy wiped away that Casino Pier, there was like Funtown Pier. Nothing happened, and all of a sudden, like 4 months later, there was like a fire. And it took care of that entire boardwalk. And you're like, oh, that's like, oh yeah, it's electrical under the ice cream store.
Are you a Sopranos guy? Like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
I've always wanted to do. You ever hear me talk about my buddy Steve-O? Or
Yeah, you brought him by the shop.
Oh, okay.
And I've gotten to hang out. Yeah, I think we hung out in Richmond. Yeah.
He's a fucking man, bro. I just begged him. He was on some of the early episodes. No, that's just bullshit. And he's hilarious. He doesn't say much. He's really quiet, so it's hard to. But I've just been like, I used to beg him to do a Sopranos episode. We just talk Sopranos, He won't do it. He's just like, nah, can't do it. It's disrespectful to Italian Americans. Is what he said to me. I was just like, what are you talking about? You know, he's
What,
like,
you quoted it at that point?
I'm like, I'm half Italian too. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure we talked about Sopranos last time we did it.
We should always talk about Sopranos. It's the fucking best thing ever happened to the world of entertainment.
It changed TV.
Oh, bro.
That's what it.
These
100%.
clowns out here talking about The Wire. Yo, The Wire's
It's good. It's not Sopranos.
harmless, drooling child.
It's
compared
not.
to fucking Sopranos.
No, it's not Sopranos.
Well, the problem with The Wire, it's an incredible story, but A, you gotta fucking watch the first season and give it up.
Yeah.
And then watch a new show, basically, about a different thing. Right? The second season, the first season aren't even connected.
Yeah.
And the acting's just not what Sopranos is. The acting on Sopranos is top tier. It's the best.
No, I mean, it's one of the fucking greatest shows of all time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I never really knew any, like that, again, that was kind of done. Like, you knew some of the shit, like the Boardwalk stuff, because at that point it was like more legitimate. So, like, you knew everyone kind of knew. It was always like the Boardwalk is owned by, you know, they have their hands dipped in that shit. That's about it. And the only time we knew it was when the fire happened. We're like, there it is.
Yeah.
Like,
You ever seen Boardwalk Empire? Yeah.
I never watched that. No, that one is like I've always just like seen it. I'm like, oh, I want to watch it. I just never. I know, I do. I know.
It's a completely different era. You'll love that shit.
Yeah, because that's like AC, right?
You'll love it.
It's Buscemi.
Yeah. And my man Chalky White, black dude from The Wire with the fucking
Rest in peace. He's
His
gone
name's
now.
Chalky White. He's like one of the main characters, and he's a fucking beast, bro. And it's also got like some like different era cameos and shit. It's fucking sick. It's not Sopranos, but it's a different era. And it's fucking dope.
It was a really good show on HBO, the fucking Lovecraft Country. That show was so good.
Yo, also Bobby, Italian dude Bobby Cannavale. I can't remember his name. He's in that Bill Burr movie. Anyway, he's in Boardwalk Empire. It's fucking dope. You gotta do Boardwalk Empire.
All right, I'll get on that one.
What are you? Is this amateur night? You have HBO Max. You and your girl watch it together?
Yeah, right now we've been watching. We just finished Peacemaker season 2, which was fucking awesome. It's so much better than you think it's gonna be.
The new Superman movie's good though.
It was good. I was pleasantly surprised. I could not believe it.
I like John Cena.
Dude, he's so fucking good.
My brother likes that. Everybody wants.
I'm not like WWE guy by any stretch, but like he is he's fucking funny as shit.
I don't like him.
And he's just a good person too. Like all the shit he does for like.
Have you seen that show, The Boys?
So good. Are you watching Gen V?
My brother says I don't fucking none of it, bro. I don't.
It's not real superhero shit though.
I like superhero shit, but I don't like we're gritty and you know.
Oh, it's gnarly. Like I think season 2 opens up with like basically their version of Ant-Man walking into some dude's dick hole. That's it. Like that's.
Whoa.
And then he's doing coke and then he sneezes and then he just like blows up inside the guy.
No.
Dude, that's how like season 2 opens up.
But I'm not a. I don't know. I'm not crazy. I like the Marvel movies. They're fine. But they're
I think they lost their allure. I think they had like their time in the sun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
but I sometimes I just want to be entertained. Like Captain America's Civil War.
I mean, that's that era.
But even before that, Winter Soldier was probably the best.
That's fucking.
Winter Soldier's wild, bro.
I think when it gets up to like Endgame was like the last of them. After that, it was kind of like all right.
But I'm not into like just the edgy. You know, the difference between, like, what was that other one they did with the Suicide Squad or whatever? Super weird.
Yeah. The first one was
with Will Smith.
Yeah, the second one, so that one is like, that's how the Peacemaker's tied into it, because he was in that.
Exactly.
And like,
I didn't love it.
That's fair. Yeah. We all got, we're all on top of that shit. I'm done. There's not really much, we just watched that. We got Apple, so we just got into a bunch of Apple shows. We did Severance, which was fucking phenomenal. I don't know when the third season's coming out of that, but the first 2 are out of control. Yeah. Silo, fucking phenomenal. That's it's basically like a post-apocalyptic world. Like the outside of the world is fucked, so they all live in like this silo that's like 120 floors deep. Like it's like 10,000 people or some shit.
See Fallout?
So good. Season 2 is coming out.
That heavy, bro. My wife and my son watched it, and I just kept being like, whatever. And then one day my son was like, Dad, come on. Me and Mom want to rewatch it. Watch it with us.
Yeah.
And it was dope.
It's Walton Goggins, dude. Did you watch Righteous Gemstones?
Nah.
You're not like Eastbound?
I love Eastbound.
All right, so it's the same kind of...
It is. The thing about
Super
Righteous
Church.
Gemstones is it went dark. Once they killed somebody, I was just like, I'm not in it for that, dog.
Well, each season's different, so it's like each
They
season...
kill somebody pretty quick.
They do.
First season.
Yeah.
You know, I like the ridiculous stuff, and to me, the winner, the top, the best is the chick. The shit that
Dude, Judy is my fucking favorite.
the shit she says, she's the fucking
One of my
best.
One of my favorite fucking lines from her. It's like the first episode. He's like, he goes and smacks Adam Devine and John Goodman smacks the brothers. She goes, "I'm a gemstone too, Daddy. Smack me."
I like when she.
Her and her fucking her man BJ.
Something about shaving her pussy.
Yeah.
She was like, "I'm just trying to swim faster," or something like that. It was fucking great.
Holly just did a baby Uncle Baby Billy tattoo. Did you see that?
No,
as a
fucking destroyed.
as a Cupid doll.
Oh no, I did not see that.
Here it is.
Yeah, I love Walter Goggins. That's it. Yeah. Yo, she made that motherfucker like brownstones.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. Yeah, she killed that.
Dude,
She
that
killed
thing's fucking smoking.
I love him. I don't know. I don't know, man. First of all, if you watch The Foot Fist Way, have you seen this?
Long time ago. Yeah.
That's the same character.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He already dated Brian.
It's all the same character. I'm not hating on it. I understand. My wife loves it. My brother loves it. I understand why everybody loves it. But to me, it's just like the same thing.
I don't disagree.
I don't sound grumpy, bro. I sound like I don't like my fun. You know what I mean? I like fun. I just don't.
I just think all the characters in that show add to it. You know what I mean? Like Adam Devine is fucking.
He's great, bro.
So
And his
funny.
little weird friend.
Keith, oh my
Yeah.
god, he's dude, another one of my favorite. I think it was season 1. They're like they get the van in, and then like Keith comes out with the ice cream cone, and he's just like in a t-shirt, and then he look. Adam's like, "Hey Keith, I don't think that shirt's as long as you think it is, bud." And he looks, it zooms out, and just the head of his dick popping out of the shirt.
I don't remember that. I watched some of it. I watched the first season. Yeah, like when his son Gideon started just being like,
It gets, dude. All right, so
it became dark.
I will say this:
You understand what I'm saying?
each season has its own storyline. So each one wraps up. There's no cliffhangers, nothing. Each
Right.
season something happens and they wrap up, which that's what I appreciate most about that show. Is
Yeah.
like they'll bring in some new characters, they'll bring in some new things, and everything that's like diabolical that's happening gets wrapped up and it ends so like wholeheartedly, and it's like very wholesome
Yeah.
each season. It's fucking.
I'll give it a chance.
You should.
Just for
Because
you, Johnny.
it's only 4 seasons. It's all done now. They're all done. And they're like 8 episodes.
I
So it's
love
quick.
David Pride, from Virginia. I love when he was talking. First of all, you asked me if I'm down with Eastbound Down. Yo, that show, if you go back,
I need to rewatch it. It's been years.
that show's wild, bro. The things they said on that show, I can't believe Danny McBride can still work.
Dude, what's a fucking Stevie?
Stevie, bro.
Dude,
Stevie
the shit
Zanowski.
that he fucking said.
Wild, bro. Wild.
Oh my god.
The first thing that he said that got me was whenever there was some kid who did something, he was like, "What up, ass blood?" And I was just like, "What is this guy? This guy, he comes off as like slightly retarded, some kind of fucked up." You know what I mean? Like his lisp and all that shit. You're like, "What is he? What?" And then anyway, yeah. Steve Janowski's
Dude, one of the greatest characters ever. There's another movie that he's in. It's him. Do you watch Always Sunny at all? No. All right. So one of the dudes, Dennis from Always Sunny. Him.
I'm the worst, bro.
So no, dude, Always Sunny's a weird one. I found out the older I got, like that's like a 50-50. Like I used to think it was a universally loved show, but the more I talk to people, it's like it's a very 50-50 show. Which I love that show with all my heart. Like that's
my brother and Porter both are fanatics, bro. And they quote to me all the time. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to express. Well, I'm not into it, but I'm just gonna sound like a hater.
No, and it's fine because like I said, that's one of those.
Can't be ridiculous.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the best way.
No, I don't disagree. There's definitely some shows that I think are like too ridiculous and things like that. Because like we have shows on constantly in the background when we're drawing, so it's just nice to have like shows like that's just like so silly that I don't have to really pay attention to.
Yeah, that's what Porter says all the time. Porter's like, yeah, I'm not trying to fuck it. Porter loves Trailer Park Boys. Like he can't stop.
I had to stop. That one got a little too dumb for me in the best way. Like, it's fucking funny, but that one, I'm like, all right, I got it.
They're like doing the fucking.
I started doing the voice. I'm like, I'm not doing that fucking.
When they're doing the. I gave up on that show, and then I came back to it, and they had Sebastian Bach, and they're doing the fucking like the toy train through the woods. I'm like,
That was fucking phenomenal.
You can't just walk. Anyway, but Porter loves that show more than anything.
So it's always The Office.
And he likes Letterkenny, which I couldn't get into.
I can only watch the first 2 seasons
I
of
hate
that.
The Office, bro. That's the word. I'm a Seinfeld guy.
Yeah, it's Seinfeld. You know that. Yeah, Seinfeld's number 1 always.
Yeah, I can't. The Office is the reason why everybody tells you that they're awkward today. That shows the reason why, bro. People
not
are
wrong.
awkward. They want to be that thing that show. You know what I'm saying?
They their entire personality is The
Fuck
Office.
society up, man. Fucked it up. Now everybody's like, oh, I'm awkward. No, you're not. You watch too much Office. You know? Sorry. Fuck that shit.
I mean, you're not fucking wrong. Everyone
annoying to
everyone
me.
is fucking socially awkward now. Well,
Especially when it'd be just like a regular person. Like, yo, you're not that fucking weird. You're just
wrap it up.
shut up.
Fuck it up. Grow up.
You're wearing Chuck Taylors like everybody else.
It's been, you know, God, we got into shows and all that shit. Tattoos. We'll talk about some tattoos that hype me up right now.
Dude, talk about some tattoos that hype you up.
There's a fucking dude out in Chicago that I just sweat. It doesn't like nothing like I draw or anything, but it's just like everything this dude fucking does. Fuck, I love every drawing, every tattoo this dude does. His name's Timmy Bast, and it's just everything I see that dude post. I'm just like, and it's always like, I mean.
Yeah, so we have to pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
You should come to Alley and do a guest spot on Shop Talk so we can
Yeah.
have the visuals for these poor people.
Yeah, this fucking dude, everything he fucking does. Look at this fucking thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna look him up right here so I can.
Yeah, you can pull it up. And then he does like this fucking hard as fuck. Who goes from that to a speed skull on the skull. The dude's a fucking animal. This is one guy that's just got me hyped up. Right, again, nothing the way I draw or tattoo, but I'd get anything from this. I'd get tattooed. Yeah, dude, everything he fucking does, man.
It's Timmy_BAST for you folks that are looking to.
I just think he's. I don't
look
know
it
why.
up. Straight wizardry. Crazy.
So under the radar, and this dude fucking.
That's bananas.
Yeah, dude. Are you kidding me?
It's like it's going 1,000 miles per hour.
Everything this dude does, mind blowing. Everything.
So y'all, I'm looking at this crazy color study, y'all, and it says "Want to die? DM for details." It's so crazy.
Oh man, yeah. This dude just.
Yeah,
fucking,
man. I'm glad you brought that up.
He's just one of those guys that I'm like, how has nobody fucking figured this guy out yet? Like, I sweat this dude's stuff a lot.
This thing.
Yeah, dude, all that, like, the little fucking, like, almost like biomech and then the tribal tattoos on her. Like, what? And then what's that line with, like, a fucking 3? Like, it's so
Her
perfect.
hand is so bright.
This dude's a fucking killer. Straight murderer. It's just been one of those guys.
It doesn't show good, but look at her hand.
Fucking perfect. That one long fingernail. God.
And them things, she got them things on her. You know?
Hell yeah.
Things on her.
Yeah, that's somebody that just got me.
You know,
anytime I see that dude's like stories or anything, I'm always
You
like,
know
fuck.
who shit I dig a ton of? Well, I mean, I've always liked him and he's a great guy, but Nick Hall at Serpent Rainbow, he just doesn't miss right now. All that fucking woodsy acorns and shit, that shit's
That shit's
tough and
crazy.
cool and different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like his skull butterfly is not like the next guy's skull butterfly, and I just think he's fucking.
There's so many. That's it. There's so many fucking killers.
But
out
that
there
whole
now.
shop, man, you know, Dean, John Henry just was with Ed Hardy, you know, for that thing out on the West Coast. John Henry's always been killing it.
I mean, that one of the fucking best tattooers in the East Coast.
John Henry?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Not even a
He's a
question.
special guy. He's different.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He's different.
He's got something that
Yeah.
other people ain't got. You know what I mean?
Some people just, that's it, man. It's like, you know, you talk about I recently said that, or well, last time we did one of these, I said the Day of Legends is fucking gone, but there's definitely a few that squeeze through, and I think he's definitely one of them.
John Herman?
Yeah.
1,000%.
You know?
And, he delivers on his terms. He's, I know him personally, and I think he's happiest as he's ever been. He spends a lot of time on the reservation. He's with his family a ton. He's raising his kids and tattooing. Like, pushing to do the illest tattoo is not his number one priority. I don't want to speak for him, but he's my friend, and I feel like his family and the reservation and his tribe is his number one priority. And tattooing is a thing that he can really give his all to, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think he feels the pressure of competing with other tattooers that he may have felt at one time. Again, I don't want to speak for John Henry. He can speak for himself. But, and his tattoos speak for themselves. But I think he produces the way he wants to produce. And that, as a tattooer or as a creative person, that's at some level your ego's involved, and you want your peers to look at your shit and dig it.
Yeah.
And you want to, I don't want to say compete, but you know what I mean. You want to keep up with the room.
Yeah, it's healthy competition because
right, you want to keep up with the people that respect you and that you respect them.
You see somebody do something killer, you're like, all right, well, I gotta fucking.
But when there's someone who's like working on a different clock than you, and they can set their stuff down and walk away, you're like, and it oohs and ahs for all of us. It's a special thing, I think John Henry's that guy.
Well, it's just the confidence. You're like, oh, I know what I'm doing. There's no second guessing. It's nothing. It's like.
I mean, that's what
they look like. Yeah. I'm not, again, like you said, like
he's an artist and a freak, a weirdo, just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So he does go through all that shit, but the delivery comes out in a different way, and I don't know. He's been one of my favorites for so long, and like I said, I feel like when I ever bring up any of those guys, I should mention all of those guys, and Ding Denny, bro, is. His stuff is...
He's always been...
He's everything we said about those other two guys, and it's just clean as a whistle. Dude. And he's like, I did some amazing carpentry project or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Where I made some crazy hoses. But, they're just good men. Like, those dudes are good men. They're good people.
Dude, yeah, I think that's what I had a recent conversation about this, too, is like, where I do love finding good tattoos and stuff like that, but at the end of the day... Speaking of like modern day, it's like everybody does good tattoos. I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
I don't really like obviously like if you do good tattoos, like I might be a little bit I'm a little bit more interested.
It's
but
intriguing,
like,
right?
But at the end of the day, it's like who are you?
Yeah.
Are you a good person? Like, do you treat your people right? Do you fucking treat your
Not to say I'm ahead of the curve, but I've been that way forever.
Yeah.
I've never liked asshole tattooers.
No.
I can't tolerate it.
I think it's like the longer I've been tattooing, the more of like like we were saying, you stop not necessarily I'm stop chasing like this extra like validation, or like, oh, am I making it? Am I doing enough? Like where it's like I'm finally I'm around my people every day, and I'm trying to push my own envelope with my people. So I'm like, all right, cool. I feel comfortable now. Like I'm like not
sure.
like.
But okay, so you feel comfortable. How do you couple that with growth?
All right, so when I say comfortable, I don't mean I think I'm comfortable with where I'm at in my circle, if that makes sense. Or I feel like it's like, all right, cool. I don't think you're
saying you've arrived as a tattoo.
No.
I think what you're.
I don't want to. I mean, like I feel like where I've put myself in my career now, it's like I've worked really hard to be. Like, I've dreamt of being, like, where I'm at. So it's like, okay, I don't have to fucking work for, like, doing all that, I guess, in a sense. It's just like...
I think you're saying you're where you belong, shop-wise, crew-wise, friend-wise.
Yeah, that's what I mean, more or less.
In the business. But what I'm saying is when that comfort settles in, how do you...
Because fucking Jason's doing a fucking killer tattoo right next to me. Sanford's doing a fucking killer.
So you have to.
You can't just be like, oh,
you can't be complacent.
Nope.
Because
everyone sitting next to you.
How hard is it to produce at a high level consistently for a long time? That's the thing I've been talking about with a lot of tattooers lately. I keep bringing it up because it's fucking hard to do.
I think that's where my most stress comes out. Is I'll be drawing and I'll draw. I'm like, all right, and sometimes I'll get like a project where it's like, whether it's another fucking panther or tiger or something, it's like, how do I fucking make this fucking better? And
So
it's
do
like,
you feel
and that's where my pressure. That's where my stress comes in. Is like when I'm drawing, tattooing. When I'm tattooing, it's like, all right, I'm just tattooing. It's the drawing process that
So
that's
you
where
can
I'm like,
execute the tattoo to your vision comfortably, as far as your technical skill.
yeah, I'm not worried about the tattoo part.
But
It's my drawing.
the dynamic of the drawing is where the real challenge is, which makes sense. It's what probably it is for most tattooers. Maybe not, but so if someone says to you, "Hey, I want a panther back piece," or I want,
it's like my mind's like how I
you
step
say
it
to
up.
yourself, "This can't look like the last
No.
panther."
Every time I'm like, no matter like, oh, I like this one you did, I'm like, I can make that better.
But so you look at the one that you did, you see what you like about it, and you scrap what you don't.
Yeah, I'm trying. At least I try. That's my
That's how you grow.
Yeah.
In a safe environment.
Yeah.
That's dope. Because man, it's hard to.
So, and I'll even ask them like, hey, I'll ask them like, what do you think I can do differently about this, like this tattoo?
You'll ask your mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how can I step that up?
At any point, did you get people asking you for a specific thing? Because I feel like you got some.
I mean, probably the beginning for sure. I get like some that kind of slip through that are like very like specific about things.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everyone's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I just want like a dragon or whatever, or like, oh, what do you think would work for this? Like, oh, I like your snakes, I like your whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool, I can do some fucking cool like rainbow halo or fucking.
I still can't.
Like I had a dude come in today. It was consult. I was like, oh, I want to do a 3-headed dog on my chest, and I was like, all right, cool. I was like, how?
Do you know John Setzer?
Oh well, I was like, I said, I was like, would you? I was like, are you familiar with like the Pharaoh's horses? He's like, yeah. I was like, we could do the Pharaoh's horses, but as dogs. And he was like, okay.
Are they gonna be similar, like the same breed, or different?
I'm just, we're gonna line it and then we'll go off of that.
When he says dogs, does he mean like?
I think he was leaning to like Cerberus kind of thing.
Okay.
But I showed him like some Pharaoh's horses. We had Pharaoh's horses painted in the shop. I was like, we can do that with like a cool frame and.
And I still can't believe you did do 1,500 versions of the Hoju on its side with the one that I was crazy for. I just,
I got a couple more. I got a couple more in the line drawing book for sure. That are like different versions of that sitting in dishes and stuff like that. Just waiting for someone to fucking get it. Yeah. I mean, that one in particular was on a good friend of mine and also another fucking amazing tattooer who I adore her tattoos. Brittany Goodman. She's a fucking killer, and so that was like a tattoo I did on her. And
it's one of my favorite tattoos, dog.
It's
cool as fuck. It's cool as fuck.
It was
different.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like other. It's my preferred version of that compared to versions I've seen that are so similar for so long.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's.
Jill Bonnie did Hoju on the back of Jake's neck. Did you see that?
Oh, I've seen that one.
And it's just different than anybody else's that I've ever seen. And it's in black and gray, and the flames are wild, and with some white in it, and it just doesn't look like the typical one that you see with a flame, which is fine. I'm not hating on it.
Yeah.
But when I see an exceptional version of it, it's worth mentioning.
Well, because they caught on for like.
Yeah.
Which is that's a cool thing to catch
it's
on.
It's a luck thing. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And, all that.
But they caught on, so it's just for a while you're just seeing it's the same thing over and over. So it's like, all right, how do I fucking same thing?
Your version looks thoughtful.
Like, how do you fucking step this up?
Yeah.
Like everything is like, okay, I did this before.
Yeah.
I cannot be like, I'm not gonna be like, if it's Flash, it's like, yeah, I'll tattoo that. Or like after a while, I was like, I can redraw that a little bit, but like, but for the most part, like, someone's like, oh, they'll like send me a couple tattoos that I did, and they're like, oh, I like these that you've done. I'm like, all right, cool. It's not gonna look anything like that anymore.
Sorry.
Like, I can't help it. My brain won't allow me to draw that same exact version anymore. Like, it's like it has to be fucking different and better. Or at least trying to be better.
Is there any difficulty with clients in that? Like,
no. Everyone's dude. I mean, I deal with all my people are the fucking best.
This ice thing you did? They don't. No, that's what I wanted. I don't
tell you.
Never had that.
I've had it a handful of times. I'm like, I'll at least like I'll drop something exactly like what they're looking for, and then I'll draw up a newer version of it. Because regardless, at the end of the day, what happens is that one goes in the line drawing book.
Yeah.
So it's like I have like the referred version that you sent, and then when I'm...
It reminds me of a story from a long time ago, man. Jeff Cribb was on here in the early days, and he's talking about getting tattooed by Hoyer, and this was when Hoyer was transitioning from like, you know, stuff that was really light source driven to like Japanese, and he's like, he wants like a conch shell on his side of his knee, and and I'll probably butcher the story a little bit, but Jeff is like taking pills and shit to try to like prepare to get tattooed on the inside of his knee, sort of take the edge off. And he says at one point he just takes the Sharpie out of Timothy's hand and he goes, you know, like this, like Timothy Hoyer would do it. To Timothy, he just kind of draws like a couple of lines. And of course, he ended up getting a tattoo that wasn't at all what he wanted, but was exactly what Timothy was doing at the time.
Yeah.
And Timothy, of course, he makes no apologies. He's just like, this is me.
Yeah, you know? I mean, you're getting...
But it was just fucking funny that he's like, you know, like Timothy would do it, like you would do it. And just like took the Sharpie and drew on himself. Oh, fuck.
Oh my God. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many... It's just always just trying to like, you know... It is. It's just trying to push it as far as you can, you know? And again, I feel like when you're in a safe, like, you know, when you finally have your fucking that comfort level of like, all right, I have the way I draw, and all these people know how I draw, so it's like you're not fucking trying to force anything at this point.
Right.
Like we're all like, it works really well. We got something special at Civ. You know, I'm so grateful to be a part of that fucking place, man. And I tell Adam that all the fucking time. Yeah. Like, the only way you're getting rid of me is, I was like, you can fire me. I'm coming tomorrow. Like, yeah. He's like, no, that's my guy, dude. Him, Jay, everyone in there, like those are my fucking people. Like, I choose them over and over, as far as time goes.
Well, you know, I don't know where we're at. We can probably wrap it up after this. We're a couple hours.
You and me can't help it though.
I don't know. It'd be the exact same thing if we were at the bar.
It would.
There's so little about this that would have been differently if we just stayed downstairs. And
nothing would have changed.
Nothing would have been different. We might have said a little more fucked up shit. Yeah. But, you know, the reason that you guys were, I don't want to lie, I was aware of you all, but you guys weren't really on my radar. But Brian Bruno was like, you need to talk to Adam Martin. Straight up.
Bruno's had his back for so fucking long, man. He, like, I mean, we are under the radar, and it, like, I mean, now you guys have been mentioning us more and more, and I'll say the one thing that I fucking loved when you guys in the shop talk brought up when Connor was like talking about a powerhouse shop, I was like, that was the fucking coolest, because I've always felt that. I mean, coming from him to say that, I felt like I felt so good because I've always felt that with those guys. I'm like, these guys. I'm like, anytime I go anyplace, I'm like, do you not know who Adam Martin, Jason Brown? Like, do you like?
Jason's the most under there.
Yeah.
My man putting that.
He's just quiet. He's just He's just soft spoken. He's a little Alabama boy. Yeah. You know, it gets a little rowdy every now and then.
I've seen it firsthand. Your man's was.
I'm always out. I'm always repping. I'm like, anytime I'm out at a convention or a guest spot, I'm like, you need to look at these fucking guys. Like, these are my fucking dudes.
It's true. It's all.
But Brian's always had his back.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Brian. I mean, as far as I know,
the only people that I can remember him telling me to do a podcast with is Marina and Adam.
I'm not sure if Adam told you this or Brian ever told you this, but after Adam did like his we might have already talked about this at some point, but whatever. I'll say it again. Adam was, I think he did like 5 or 6 years at River City, and he was like getting ready to like figure out he was done. He was like, I think he was gonna move out to Colorado to go work at like Think Tank with like Sager and all those guys. Which shout out to them.
Legendary shot.
Those guys.
Straight legend.
The best. I've been out there and tattooed with them. They're awesome. Fucking great host. But anyways, Adam was, he was going out there. He like tattooed out there with all of them, and then came back and was figuring out the logistics and was talking to Brian about it. And Brian was always like, you've been here long enough. Just open up. Yeah. And that was the birth of fucking. Adam was like, all right, Adam was just like, all right, he said yes, so I'm fucking
sure.
And just like
because
that.
I'm sure Adam respected Brian so much he didn't want to open up.
Mm-hmm.
As they say, on somebody.
Well, there's already so many shops in Richmond.
Yeah.
Which great. Like, everyone, talk about it constantly. It's like, no one's taken from anybody, I feel like, for the most part. It's like, I feel like you got...
There are people in competition, but not on y'all's level.
None of us are sweating it.
like there's some collectors that are getting tattooed at Absolute and Civilization and the other shops around, but there's not like the walk-in traffic. You guys aren't competing for that. You know what I'm saying? Which is nice. You know what I mean?
No, I do.
But Brian left the game. He wanted just there to be great tattoos. Get done. That's why the fuck. If he didn't want anybody to know, he would have told me to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have said talk to Adam.
It's getting rowdy out there.
Yo, there's a ton of musicians singing.
Yeah, well, when I walked in. What the fuck was going on?
Folk. Some kind of folk music thing.
It's something. Oh, I guess tomorrow's Saturday, so that makes sense. But
This
it's some
weekend?
fest. Oh, is it that? I think it's that fucking big thing at Browns Island. I think they do every summer, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Anyway, well, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Good fun. Thank you so much. I hit you last minute and you fucking came through. You
know,
flatter me. You're always like, yo, if you're in town, I'm chilling.
I'm always, as long as I'm in town, you know.
Proved it like the third time.
I'll never say no.
Tell folks your new location. Tell folks how to see your tattoos, and if there's if you want to, if there's a shop page.
All right, yeah. So shop, we moved around the corner. New address is
Very, very close to
It's
you.
literally right around the corner. It's 318 Brook Road at Civilization Tattoo. The Instagram is at Civilization Tattoo. Same, you go on there. There's a website on that, and then my Instagram is John John X Setzer Setzer. That's it, baby.
Big dog. Appreciate you.
No lies, just bullshit.